Only time I ever got like pressed by somebody, right?
At Sprint?
At Sprint, yeah. I was in San Fernando though, so it was a little ghetto, you know. And there was a dude that would come in to pay his bill all the time. He would always pay cash, hundreds, right? His name Big Mike. Becomes my dog. The black dude, tall dude. He say he tapped in with all these different, whether it's gang members, promoters. He's talking one of them, like, bro, yeah, I got people everywhere. We move pounds, like whatever, right? Always paying cash, hundreds. And I think he used to go to this other girl that had worked there. Then he started going to me, and he's like, yo, you my dog now. Like, you my boy. Like, and so I was like, yeah, bet. So, like, I hook him up. If you do a little upgrade, I'm going to give him, like, a free case. He gonna throw me some tree or something like that. So we had a little thing going. Every time he come in.
What? Tap my face. Say tap my face. Yeah, there you go. It's fucking up. All right, good.
Tori, it didn't even matter while I was talking, dude. You're not even on it, you bitch.
I don't know why you stopped.
Cause you fucking throwing me out. Back to my story. Back to my story.
Right.
Y'all always messing with my little intros. It's fine though. The fourth time from now we gonna be good. But what was it? Where was that?
You were basically at.
Oh yeah. So I'm always plugging him, right? He come in like, well, what's good, man? It's Big Mike in the building, right? And I'm like, whatever. Like, yeah, you get a little free case. And he'd be like, yeah, come to the car with me real quick. Go to the car with him. He gonna give me some weed all the time, right? And so it was cool. Everything was straight. I see him like pretty regularly. Till one day he comes in, and he's like, yeah, I need to talk to you outside, dude. I'm like, shit. And I don't think he said dude. Dude would have been too far. But yeah, I need to holler at you real quick. I'm like, shit, okay. And everyone's looking like, what the fuck? Because, like, he just that type of figure. So it's like, what the fuck did you, like, what's he about to tell you? So we go outside. We start talking. And he's like, I just wanted you to say, fuck me to my face. And I was like, yo, what? And I'm like 18, 19 back then. I'm like, wait, what? You like, it's all right now. All right. So, all right. So maybe this bitch lying. So my girl tell me, I think it's his baby mom or something. Maybe it's a girl he's with, because I gave her the upgrade too. So I'd seen her once. He's like, yeah, she told me she was at the gas station, and then you looked at her and you said, hey, fuck you and fuck Big Mike. Tell that nigga I said that. I'm like, yo, which gas station? She said I was at the Arco. I'm like, my dumb ass. I'm like, yo, bro, I go to Chevron. Like, I don't even be at Arco. Like, I'll show you my Chevron card right now. I don't do that shit. Yeah. I'm like, man, he's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to leave this bitch, bro. Like, I knew she was lying, dude. I knew, like, I'm like, fam, why would I have ever said that, though? Like, yeah. I don't even have a reason for that to have come. And then my manager go come out, hey, T, is everything cool? Yeah, you good, whatever. And he's like, all right, man, yeah, she been lying about it. She said you tried to holler at her, and then when she told you she wasn't with it, that's when you said that to her, and, you know, it was that type of thing. So I want to see you man to man and see what it was. I'm like, nigga, I just work at Sprint. Like,
yeah.
I like,
nigga's 18.
Yeah, like, nigga, I'm like, I was just so thrown off. But then he still gave me some tree, like, the next time I hooked him up and all that. But that was just funny. Because, like, there was just, I was so thrown off. Like, what could this be about? When the way he came in, too. Then he came in and paid his bill regular and shit like that. But
and, like, why did she throw you in? Like, Travis from Sprint. Like,
how do you bring up a Sprint, nigga? Like,
wait,
I only seen her once. I'm like,
well, hey, you know that one guy who hooks up at Sprint? That nigga was for
that nigga.
That nigga? Yeah. Not the other niggas. That nigga specifically?
He's
yeah,
like,
that one.
He like, no way Travis said that about me. I'm going to go see about that shit. Like,
Travis from Sprint? Oh, for real? Okay.
Like, what would you gain from telling him, like, fuck you and fuck Big Mike?
Yeah, fuck that nigga. Like, bro, I was not trying to holler at her, but.
So good thing you didn't say fuck him to his face. That would have ended bad.
I should just confused. Fuck you, like, just cause, like, I don't know. That was some funny shit. Yeah, it was some different days back then, bro. I feel like where you work at, it'll make you run into different shit. Like, if you work in an area you wouldn't have usually been at, you just become part of the fucking community. You should start seeing different shit. There was like a prison out by there, so you see them. Yeah, you remember that shit. You see people coming out in like trash bags, just walking out looking crazy. It was some different shit, man. Bro. Oh, my computer.
I know at my job, I work, like, downtown.
Yeah.
So we got, like,
you be running into him.
Yeah, the local homeless dude that's always there just, you know, tripping, or somebody in Target getting kicked out at, like, 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, some crazy shit downtown.
Downtown especially, bro. That shit get dangerous with all the... Especially you take the subway. You took the subway and shit. Yeah,
bruh, the fucking subway is terrible, man.
Grimy.
It's disgusting.
Would you let your girl take the subway?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Fuck.
I know. I guess.
She's an adult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you take the bus?
Yeah, I mean, what time? I think that's more of an important question, because it's just like late at night, and she's like, "Hey, can you ride the bus with me?" Like, yeah. But during the day or something. I'm like,
then again, like, if you have to take the bus, I guess.
If you need, I got a car though, so it's like.
Yeah. During COVID, would you let her take the subway or bus?
During COVID?
Yeah.
No, I was on lockdown.
Yeah, I probably would. See, that was one thing I was like, bro, don't take it. Nah.
Yeah. Be safe.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, bus is back then, because how you be like, nah, you can't take the subway, fuck that, drive.
What the fuck?
Like, fam, it's saving me, I gotta work downtown. All right, fine.
Shit is it? No,
Like, you pay for this car note? Like,
Yeah.
you better take that bus.
All right, fine, fuck it.
People on the subway smell bad too. I wouldn't even
Always
think you would
piss.
want to be over there. Yeah,
You smelling
like that
piss.
pneumonia piss though. Like homeless piss is a different strain.
I'm about to go to New York. That's one thing I'm not looking for is the subways and shit. You got to take the subway in New York though.
Yeah.
Like everyone takes the subway in that bitch. But dog, it's dirty and it's musty down there. But I'm going in November, so at least it won't be like hot and shit outside.
It's gonna be more bums then, because it's gonna be inside.
Oh, you right, bro. But even like the first time I was in New York, it was hot as fuck, bro. So every time you go on the subway, it's fucking now it's like hot and musty.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't wearing deodorant.
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, a lot of motherfuckers do not wear deodorant, bro. That should be smelly. That's one thing I don't like. Like,
A steak motherfucker.
bro, I would not want to have like be with the significant other in like hot ass New York. Like we going on picnics, we fucking sweaty as shit the whole time. I don't like that shit.
You get used to it.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
want,
yeah.
bro.
Few
You
months you
fucking
get used to
sticky. You gotta shower even out here, bro. It's been like that. You gotta shower like every time you get home,
Yeah.
and then as soon as you're done, like you sweating again. I'm sick of this shit, man. See, Gavi. All right, we about to get going.
Let's get it, get it.
It's that time again. Welcome to the Really Good Podcast, man. Home of the Really Good Podcast. It's your host, Rizzy the Great, man. I got my guys with me. We down a member, but we still fighting.
He's on vacation.
Shout out to Sakibi Comedy, man. He's not with us, but he's very missed. He's in our hearts, and we love the guy. He'll be back next week, but this week we'll be having to lock and load without him. Aside from that, did I say who we got in here? Kai Creations in the building.
Yes.
Might be Dale in the building.
Yes.
Young Melly Mel in the building. Melvin, since we're missing one of our focal points of this podcast, we'll have you step in. There's no way you could amount to what Saki probably would have done, but you'll be here, man. So don't try to live up to expectations and shit.
You are a
bro.
fourth option.
6 man of the year, baby.
6 man got to step in. I think it's fucked up that we replaced our one brown member with our other brown member.
okay.
You gotta meet a
seat and
quota, you
everything.
know?
That's why you need two like brown people.
But yeah, we definitely miss Sakib. He's bummed he couldn't be here, but he sends his wishes to the viewers, and he did sign off on you being able to sit in his seat, Melvin. I had to make sure I got consent, because that's the big dog. I didn't want him to see the episode and be like, "What the fuck was that?" So I think we green. How you feel up there?
Dude, honestly,
Tall
like
seat.
I'm really glad that Sakib let me. It's a big deal for me. It's a
Yeah.
big moment in my life.
You got to next man up. Got to
Um,
step up.
I've been born for this. I've been studying, and yeah, I feel good, man. I feel confident. It's great.
You look good, bro. You look
Thank you.
good.
Thank
Let
you.
me get
Look
off
at us.
everyone's drops. Get everyone loose. Get everyone a little cozy.
Rizzy the Great,
Obviously, start with the
legendary
MVP.
trader.
Got to. Next MVP.
Kai Creations, what the
How y'all doing, though, by the way?
fuck is up?
Everyone's week's good? Everyone feeling good?
Dale the
It's been
Stallion,
so hot.
shake that
Shake that thing loose.
loose.
Dale, you been out shaking it lately? Summertime, baby. Dale, have you just let loose at any point so far this summer? Like you just been out, just let loose.
A little bit.
You just start let. You know when I say let loose, I mean throwing ass and shit. So
Oh, no.
finally, Ryan, have you been out with him? You start throwing ass. Oh, Ryan Lim in the building.
Yes,
big R
sir.
dog.
Don't
in the
you dare
building.
lie to him, Ryan.
That cute ass shirt.
Don't lie to him.
Oh,
Bro, they get back to back and start tapping them up
my
and shit.
God.
Yeah, look at him. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so Dale's been outside. Where you been?
Dale's been out.
You
Yeah,
been to some bars? Been to some clubs?
Yeah, went to some bars, went to some clubs.
Caught some ass?
Yeah, a little bit, you know.
Okay.
how
But then-
fat was she?
or he.
She was like about 300 pounds, that kind of like
Dang.
lunch lady arms.
300
Damn,
pounds.
lost in it.
But then my homie caught COVID, so I stopped that.
Oh yeah. See, that's what fucked us up last week. Is motherfucker, and no one even had COVID. That's the fucked up part. When we come find out a couple days later, so no one got that shit. Nah, damn, we should have just potted and just wild out,
Just rocked it out?
rock out,
Nah,
man.
2
You got
weeks
to
later,
take
just
risks in life, bro.
Hey, everything happens for a reason.
How y'all feeling about the new mask shit? The new masks getting to you?
Not really. I didn't really care about the mask, but I think it's good because the cases are rising, and it's good to get that settled down. Make sure
Yeah.
people don't get more sick.
Bro, I was so cool with the masks. Remember, I'd said on here like, bro, I kind of like the masks. They're cool.
Yeah.
Then I got used to just. I think Vegas was the first thing that fucked it up for me. Just never wearing the
I
mask.
agree. When I came back from Vegas, I took that shit off.
Yeah,
I was
bro.
like, I'm not wearing this no more.
As soon as the gym said, "Nah, you don't need
My
to wear the
eyes have
mask
been
anymore,"
opened.
I'm like, I might still wear it. Never wore that shit again. Like never. I
I'll
just
walk in with it on, take it off. I did my first exercise.
Bro, now I keep walking in, then having to run back to my car because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, the mask shit again.
Yeah.
And like going from no mask to masks, it is kind of fucked up. Now you sweating. I feel like my skin isn't gonna do great with it because now it's hot and humid and shit too. Yeah, we gotta all start bringing towels, bro. It is hot in here.
Yeah.
All right, so we gotta talk some finals, bro. We had the little finals. The finals came to a close. I've been kind of sad about it. I can't lie. I was hurt for my guys, man. I was hurt for Chris. I was hurt for Devin. At first, I was a little less sympathetic. Well, actually, What do you guys think about the finals, man? Like, I want to hear you guys'
I
takes
think
because I just want to hear if y'all get disrespectful.
We
and,
all
like,
have terrible
take
taste in
me off.
basketball and terrible basketball IQ and IQ picks because I think we all guessed wrong about who was going to win the finals this year. I don't think any of us said the Bucks was going to win.
Yeah, I
the
think I said
finals
Suns
this year.
in 6.
Yeah,
probably.
everyone
Yeah.
says Suns.
So,
I thought the Bucks was gonna win, honestly, because I felt like they had a more complete team, if you count in experience and guys that have really been in that position. And I just felt like they had the size. The size advantage was huge for them too.
Yeah.
I think they out rebounded them by a lot. I'm not sure what the specific amount
They
is.
got out
but
rebounded like every game.
by a lot. So I mean, I thought they were a really big team that had shooters, which was always gonna benefit you. And I think that's what the route is gonna take for this next team. To see like, hey, we could be really big, but also and shoot and more opportunities that way.
Actually, I have 3 thoughts on these finals.
Yeah.
One, it was a good end to a terrible season. This season was pretty ass. Let's be real. The regular season, people just trying to get through it. Like COVID was happening, people going in and out, no fans. People were half-assing it the entire year. Then we get to the playoffs. Then almost everybody gets hurt.
Everybody's hurt, man.
Right.
But at least the finals was a really good finals to watch. With at least my second point, Giannis went really off. I couldn't believe how well he was playing. I always knew he was good, but he showed me something.
Bro, I also think they guarded him so badly.
They didn't have anybody for him, low-key.
Bro, but that's why you gotta just, every year the teams wall up, make Chris Middleton and Drew, put them on the spot, make them have to kill us.
Yeah.
They were killing the Suns, and they're still in man coverage. So they're still guarding. Ayton couldn't guard Giannis, bro. It was literally, and I feel like a lot of analysts have been saying this too. Monty was stubborn, bro. He just wouldn't change his coverage at all, bro. He's literally getting a running start, coming right at Ayton, and just getting baseline every single time.
Yeah.
Fam, that's crazy. We're not. That's not an issue. We'll let Giannis get his 40, and everyone, bro, he's getting his 40. Middleton's doing well. Drew had several very, very, very good games where he literally looked like an all-star. So it's dog, at this point, just try to cut your losses. Just try to wall up. Try to wall up.
But I do feel that because they were saying that Monty Williams wasn't making the right adjustments. But at the same time, it's I really I agree with you. I don't think anybody could their team in general was just smaller.
Yeah, they didn't really have the personnel to really guard Giannis.
Because a lot of the games were 3 possessions away. There was 3 possessions where the Suns could have honestly won the first 3 games. Really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They should have won. They should have won
mean,
game 4 for sure. But
yeah,
Chris didn't look like himself, I'll be honest.
Yeah, and also more loose balls and more offensive rebounding, more creating better opportunities. Giannis, got going from the free throw line. And I don't think DeAndre Ayton did the proper adjustment to I feel like there's replays where Giannis got fouled, and I felt like he was giving a baseline to Giannis.
Every time.
Yeah. But it's Giannis is fucking 7 feet tall. Nobody, he's right there. So I don't think Jay Crowder.
He got cooked.
Yeah. But I mean, DeAndre Ayton had a great playoffs.
Yeah, he had a great playoff run.
You know what I think we all kind of underestimated? I would say is the Bucks' experience from last year's playoffs.
That was a big thing.
We kind of factor that in there, right? Because you look at the X factors for the Bucks and the Suns this finals, they all really came to play. Brook Lopez did well.
Big moments,
had a bad
they
day,
were ready.
But they were good. Chris Middleton, of course, that game low. Excuse me.
Chris Middleton, that guy.
But it was bad. And then you had the Suns Mikal Bridges, right?
Yeah.
Ayton was balling out.
Yeah.
Fucking who else? Cameron Payne was balling out.
Yeah.
So the X factors were there.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, okay, what else was it? And I would probably say the experience that they had as a team from last year, then going into now. And then we're just looking at Chris Paul and D Book as such offensive powerhouses. They can take care of it, wall up on Giannis. That's easy, you know? And we didn't factor in that intangible. So
what goes me to my third point.
Yeah.
I feel like the value of three-point shooting has been overrated.
Wow.
Because if you look at it, the teams that won the three-point shooting battle in the finals didn't win the finals. Last year, Lakers couldn't shoot. We still won. This year, Bucks were worst shooting team in the Phoenix Suns, still won. They won on their size and defense. The only shooting teams that won championships were the Golden State Warriors because they had Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. So I feel like shooting is overrated. At the end of the day, it's been like this since the beginning of the NBA. Size and defense win basketball. That's how the Kobe Powell Lakers used to win. Kobe Shaq Lakers used to win. That's how Jerry West built all his teams off size, athleticism, and defense. Because unless you had the shooters who are generational, you can't build your team on shooting. That's why I wasn't scared about Utah. They have a great regular season offense because they shoot a bunch of threes. But in the playoffs, that's not going to work because they're going to shut that off.
I also think that the Bucks also did get better as a team. Drew Holiday was a
Drew's
huge addition because, man, he was added defense. I think he might be, honestly, I could be comfortable calling him the best defender in the NBA.
Best perimeter defender?
Yeah.
Better than Ben
for
Simmons?
Ooh.
I think Ben, he could guard multiple positions.
Yeah, I would actually. Yeah, I'm talking about like I was living in the moment really, but
yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of like
yeah,
that.
like because I forgot Ben Simmons is like 6'10" and can do the
Isn't
same
Giannis
thing.
the best in the league?
He's not, but he's really good.
That's
he's
a stretch.
I have him like
You
at
can't-
4th right now.
What do y'all think about the Giannis save the league? He showed you don't have to need a super team to win.
Yeah, you just need to wait for everybody to get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
and also we're only saying that because the games have literally been so watched with no fans.
Yeah.
And then we see fans and we see how hyped the games are with the fans and the atmosphere. I think we need to stop. You can't be the best player and still have like significant what's the word? Significant holes in your game.
Yeah, no.
Like I think in my opinion, based on this playoffs, KD has to get that. But when Braun comes healthy, I'm gonna put Braun.
Yeah, but even on the super team thing though, it's just like you could win with no super teams as long as you don't have to face any super teams.
Yeah.
Right,
And he didn't have to face, and even like in
Right.
my post about that shit,
Yeah.
someone was saying, he's a cool dude by the way, but was saying like I beg to differ because they just played the Nets and the Nets have Blake Griffin and stuff. I'm like, bro, Blake is not making them a super team. What makes them a super team is Kyrie, James, and KD. They had no Kyrie. They had a partial James Harden. And then when James came back, bro, James couldn't do shit. And then, bro, the people that were hating on James, it's like, fam, you guys just don't know anything about basketball. Like, if you have a guy that's like one of the greatest scorers of all time, and he's out there and literally can't turn a corner, can't drive to the rim. All they can do is his hamstring was fucked.
All he
and
did was just
that's
shoot and
even
pass. He really couldn't attack at all.
they literally were not guarding him very well. They're literally doubling up on KD and leaving him damn near open, bro. He's bricking open threes. They're just closing out on him. He can't move, bro. People that know basketball, it's like, dog, if you have we don't respect greatness. That's really what it is. Like, if you have a great out there and he's playing like shit, yeah, bro, it's probably because that fucking injury that he's been out for all this time. You got to give him credit for even playing, like stepping up
even
there.
trying.
And you could just see him, like, he didn't look right physically.
Yeah.
Like,
He couldn't
James
move.
Harden never
No
attacking the
quickness,
basket. Like, what? He blows by everybody.
Trust me, we all know what a healthy James Harden can do.
We all know, man.
We
And
all
then-
know.
All right, so then did y'all? Oh, well, actually, let's play the video. I feel like you just got to do this justice. The Rachel Nichols post game with my man Chris Paul.
Right, let's do it.
I'm surprised y'all haven't chat on Chris Paul yet. I appreciate
getting
it. But, okay, so let's watch this.
I think Dale's the only one that like really
Good.
Yes.
Go ahead, Rachel.
What does it feel like?
Feel like we just lost.
This is Rachel Nichols post game. The first question she asked to Chris.
Go ahead, Rachel.
What does it feel like?
Feel like we just lost.
Like, are you fucking kidding me,
You know what I
bro?
mean? So
What does it feel? I wish he had said more. Like, what the fuck type of question is
Just
that?
have it bleeped out in the Sports Center replay.
And
I
they said,
feel happy. Like, it's a great feeling. You know?
yeah,
I'm
like what
enjoying
type of
myself.
stupid ass question, bro? This was an L for Rachel, and I just spent all last pod defending Rachel and
That's what I'm
shit.
talking about Rachel. Like, she's all about like the narrative of basketball. So she asked that question. She could form her weird ass narrative when she goes in the jump on Monday.
And then her next one.
you know what I mean? So
Tag Rachel.
yeah.
Knowing that for so long you worked to get to this point, is there any
How's she just gonna let him respond and then
solace
just
in
add on to the
had this
question like it was
experience
all
when
one?
you worked to get to this point?
you can tell he's over.
Is there any solace in, hey, I've had this experience
No.
and I can learn from it and I might get back here?
Leave this man alone.
He had a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll take a while to
I
process
feel it's a
this
valid question,
or
though.
whatnot, but it's
What
the
does it
same
feel like?
mentality.
No,
Get
the
back to
second
work.
one.
You know what I mean? I ain't retiring.
She was like,
"That's what you asking."
Is there
That's out.
value in
So,
basically getting to the finals
You
and not
know, back to
winning?
work.
Like, experience-wise?
Dwayne.
Yeah, Chris, with all due,
All right,
with,
yeah, I
with
think
all,
we got it, that one. You thought the second one was valid? Second one was more valid. I
Yeah.
think when you start with that one though, like,
Yeah,
I
the
feel like
first one was
anything
just
past
dumb.
that is just, what does it feel like? Type of stupid. Like that was crazy.
She's trying to be deep with it. Like, shut
Yeah,
up.
bro. What type of stupid ass shit
Well,
is
shut
that?
up.
It's like
What
at
is
a
it-
funeral, like, how do you feel? Like, nigga, I'm happy. What do you think I feel, bro?
What does
Like,
it
at a funeral?
feel like?
Hey, her replacement though did an excellent job. Malika and
And she
Andrews?
fine as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
bro, just-
Malika. Hey, we're gonna start that.
Hey,
A
Malika.
hashtag. Yeah, we can start a
That,
hashtag.
that question was bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. So go on. What do you have to say about Chris Paul? I want to hear it.
Oh, man. Chris Paul.
Let's just take. Like,
Let's get it.
He's,
Let's
one
take
of,
a
he's one of the best point guards of all time.
Uh-huh.
But
Right.
then, like, I don't understand how some players get criticized to the extent they do for not having championships. But I feel like Chris Paul is the poster child for one of those players as well. And he doesn't catch as much heat. Knowing when a lot of the times him not winning, he's part of the reason too. It's not every time he gets bad luck. Like, no, like he could have. There's so many games in the finals where he just didn't play well. He got outplayed by Drew Hall in the biggest game of his career.
Is Chris Paul a loser, Dale?
I think Chris Paul is the loser on the highest level. In the playoffs,
Oh,
In
see,
the
now he has a
highest
caveat.
level.
At least now he has a caveat to it. The other day he was talking about
No, I
he's
said
been
the
a
highest-
loser his whole life.
no, in the conversation I said when it comes he run the regular season, but in the playoffs, like he hasn't won anything, and he's fumbled a lot too.
That's a different argument than he's been a loser his whole life. But I feel what you're saying.
I was pretty sure I was Don who says a loser his whole life.
Now, that was with the post that you posted and agreed with, or whatever.
Oh, I
that
laughed
tweet.
at it. That's different.
Yeah, and I was saying he's been a loser his whole life is hilarious.
So what does
Yeah.
that make Russ then?
I mean,
like
Oh
Harden.
yeah.
I mean, if Chris Paul's a winner, how's Russ not a winner?
I mean, nobody's. I'm not saying he's a winner though, but he's definitely not a loser.
I know. I'm saying.
I think
like-
so. You didn't go too far with it. I think people have gone too far when they're saying like Chris Paul's been a loser his whole life. My thing to that is just it's just funny. Like you can be 6 feet tall, get to the NBA, become a top 10 point guard of all time, first ballot Hall of Famer, get to the championship,
MVP candidate.
lose, and then people are just like, nah, he's been a loser his whole life. Like it's crazy how we look at these greats. Like if you knew him personally, you'd be like so proud of the guy. Like he is an all-time fucking great. 6 feet tall, but we just like fans just don't care. Like you're 6 feet, doesn't matter. Why didn't you win? You guys didn't like. I don't think Chris Paul can be the best player on a team and then win a ring. I think they had a chance to with the Clippers, but like going forward, yeah, bro, it's tough. He's also very old and he showed out. That's why my thing is I'm just sad for him. Like I'm sad for him, sad for D-Book. Y'all saw the clip. D-Book was just sitting there like, damn.
Yeah, that
Bro,
shit hurt.
That shit hurt me, bro, because it's like, aside from everything, because I was kind of like frustrated seeing them lose. It's frustrating watching guys lose. And you're looking like, dang, y'all could have won game 4. Y'all could have won game 3. Like, okay, so this is what happened. Y'all just got beat. Y'all flat out, y'all got beat. But then you see them losing, and it's just like, bro, losing hurts so much. Like, regardless, like they went out there and they fought hard, regardless of their downfalls. Like the offensive boards were a frustration factor.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, sometimes I think we do gotta just enjoy greatness, because the same people that are saying shit about Chris Paul, as soon as he passes, if he were to pass tomorrow, same one sucking dick, same way they did with Kobe. We remember what people were saying about Kobe.
They're
We
talking
remember it.
mad crazy about Kobe at 2010 on.
Yeah.
After he started winning the championships, they're going in on him.
Who's
Like,
they, Dale?
Bro, a lot of people just don't
Media
really
and
appreciate
fans.
these people.
I know.
Like, we just don't
Bro, I was
appreciate-
never a Kobe hater. See, he thinks I'm a Kobe hater because I defended LeBron.
Nah,
Like,
Ryan. You know.
we-
Dale
we
was
got-
on
Yeah,
that
Okay, what
shit.
if I
back
said
and
bad
forth.
about Kobe?
We know we won't repeat it. We just let you
I
live.
never
We just
said
let
anything
you
bad
live.
about
No,
Kobe.
I think it was a Kobe versus LeBron.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
and I
was a
said
lot of
LeBron was better. And
You know-
you hate Kobe? I'm like, nigga, reigning
You're
two-time
right.
MVP,
You're right.
but I'm the
Nah.
hater. Like,
It was
You're
there was a
right,
lot
you're
of there was some disrespect at that time.
I probably
think
said
we
Kobe
even-
sucked after Achilles because he did.
No, remember when they said Kawhi was more clutch than Kobe?
I didn't agree with that.
No, but remember when?
Yeah,
like,
they said dumb
the-
shit like that.
Yeah, but also I want to ask you guys, because we're going back to Chris Paul. So like realistically, like, because I feel like he had a good game. He 26 points, 11 for 19 for the field. How many years do you guys think that he really does have?
Being like an elite player?
to get a good contract and also competitive wise.
He's
2-3
not going
years, I think.
About 3 years.
He's not going back.
You
To
don't
the
think
finals?
he's going to Phoenix?
No, he's not going back to the finals.
As
okay.
like the top 2 guy, no. He will not be like the
I don't
centerpiece
think
of
in
the
his
team.
career he's going back to the finals.
Really?
Huh?
Yeah, I don't think so.
There's
if he
rumors
go-
of him
what if he gets
potentially
traded?
going to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Potentially.
What if he comes to the Lakers? Do you think that?
No,
No.
I don't know.
I
You don't think he'll get to the championship if he comes to the Lakers?
I don't know. I don't think he's going to the Lakers.
Yeah,
But,
he's
all right,
probably
okay.
not.
Playing with the hypothetical. Yeah.
There's been reports
Well,
the Lakers
we'll
are trying
see.
to get him, and he's open to it.
All right,
When
yeah,
Magic
okay,
Johnson
then.
put it out there as soon as the finals
okay, that's a
ended.
good ass team. I can't lie. I don't see anybody else beating them.
Who's trying to get after him?
Oh, there's reports that the Lakers trying to get Chris
Oh,
Paul.
Lakers.
Chris Paul's
Right,
potentially
right.
interested. Anything Magic Johnson right after the finals ended. Like, if I'm Chris Paul, first call I'm taking is from the Lakers. So,
I'm just
like, it's in
hesitant to say the
ethos.
Lakers would automatically win if they just got Chris Paul. Like I don't know. 'cause
That's
I
feel
think
like
we're
I've done it.
automatically going to the finals if we get Chris Paul. Because,
Wow.
like, the Clippers don't have Kawhi next year because he tore his ACL, unfortunately.
Really?
And after that, like, I don't see anybody in the West, unless the Warriors make a crazy move, who's like, even if they do, like, it's a matchup disadvantage for them with Anthony Davis and LeBron
Shit,
inside.
we would have been in the finals this year.
Yeah, we will help to
Yeah.
be in the finals this year of our
True.
flawed team. But
Wow,
Brooklyn is
yeah.
still the team to, like, watch out. Like,
Okay.
they're pretty scary. Kevin Durant showed me a lot these playoffs.
But the
Yeah.
trade I was hearing about for CP was fucking, what was it, Schroeder, Kuzma, and a first round pick?
Yeah.
Y'all think that has a chance of happening?
I
Like,
don't
if you're the
think so.
Suns?
I don't think the Suns would do it because why would I make the Lakers better?
Yeah, it's like literally like you're lucking out. Like, oh, but it's the 22nd pick too.
Yeah.
And you were saying the fuck even though it's supposed to be a good draft,
It's a
bro.
pretty deep draft.
Yeah, number 22 is gonna just be the
We'll
next
probably,
Michael.
we'll probably get a solid player this pick.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident about it because this draft is like really deep when it comes to like good role players.
Yeah, I'm excited for the free agency, just because there's so much like what ifs,
Yeah,
There's
that's
so many
true.
like names going to different teams and stuff,
Yeah.
especially the Lakers. Like we're obviously like diehard fans, so we're excited to see. We haven't gotten any Lakers action in a minute, bro.
There's some Russ to the Lakers rumors too. I know Tori don't want to
What
see
do y'all
that
think
shit.
about that, bro? Russ on the Lakers?
So at first I was like, because Melvin brought up the
Yeah.
idea months ago, and I was like, I am not with that.
Oh, right.
And I thought about it over time, I'm just like, man, at the end of the day, he's better than Schroeder. So, like, at least an upgrade.
This is what I said. I would say that I would take a second look of him than Chris Paul just based on the longevity-wise. I think longevity-wise, like, Westbrook is more athletic. Mm-hmm. He's faster. He's more fast-paced. He could rebound the ball. We know what he can do.
He's younger. He doesn't get hurt as much.
He's younger. So, I mean, it's just so many things have to fall in place in order for that to be successful with Westbrook.
Yeah.
It's like, it's such a big gamble. But, I mean, it could work. Like, people just shut out the idea that it can't work. And I think that's false.
Westbrook? I mean, we're just giving up on all our shooting at that point.
Right. But at the same time, you're getting, a third playmaker, which is what primarily.
But he needs the ball, too.
That's
and
true.
I feel like his tenacity, a lot of it comes in starring and like being the guy with the ball, being the guy making shit happen. He's not that great off the ball. Like, yeah, he's gonna have some great backdoor cuts and like through the lane cuts, but past that, bro, like, I don't know. Like, I think that we're gonna be shitting on Russ a lot. If he was on the Lakers, like LA fans,
it will be a love-hate
relationship
every game. But also, like, LeBron is getting older, and I do think that with Russ being the primary ball handler, because we know he can get like 15 assists. He's done that.
Yeah, and he can run the pick
and
and roll.
Like, I think it would work with LeBron playing off ball. Because, I think at the end of the day, LeBron is going into his 19th season.
But if I'm a defense, we walling up on Braun and forcing Russ to shoot. And
they do that now. They leave every shooter on the team wide open.
Yeah.
For 2 years.
Yeah, but at least we had people that were supposed to be shooters. Russ is like, fuck, he's shooting it again.
I mean,
and they're like,
how much is the difference between Russ shooting the three and Dennis? Because they were both bricks.
Yeah, they were both pretty, like 30%.
Dennis is a better 3-point shooter than him, though.
Barely.
Yeah.
Literally barely. By
Really?
the numbers, barely. He was like 33. Russ was like 31.
Dennis shot 33% from the field. Let me check this shit. Are you dead ass?
No, he's pretty bad.
Not from the man.
I'd rather have Russ shooting the three.
Yeah, like, it works.
And at least Russ can do other things for me,
That's
too.
what
Like,
I'm
he's going to help the playmaking. He's going to help our rebounding a lot, our transition game a lot.
He would help
Right.
with
Transition would be crazy.
And one thing about Russ, even the Russ hater could admit, he's going to play his ass off. He's just going to play hard every
And
game.
he's going to have that confidence that we.
Yeah.
Also, imagine.
And he's not scoring 0 points in the playoff
But
game.
imagine 80 at the 5. Like, we already assume 80 is going to be at the 5 when it matters. So Russ and 80 at the 1 and 5 is pretty
That's
nasty.
really good.
With LeBron, like, cutting in.
You're just going to need the other two players to be able to shoot.
Right.
Like, you have to, or just not going to be that effective.
Bro, no one can shoot when they come to LA, bro.
Carmelo.
I don't know what the fuck happens.
Only the GOAT, Jody Meeks, bro. He was
Bro,
the only one who had the weather with LA.
Bro, as soon as they get off the fucking plane, they just lose their shooting ability. I don't get it. Like, I really have never gotten that. We've never had nobody that was wet, came over, and was still wet.
Hey, Sasa Vujacic.
Steve Nash was the only
that's
one,
true.
so God had to make him hurt instead.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
like,
true.
he's the one guy who can't break my curse, so I'm just fuck it.
Damn.
You
That's
remember when he
fucking
broke
his
his back off carrying groceries? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that
Oh,
was just
Steve Nash?
ridiculous,
Yeah.
bro.
That pissed me off, bro, because right
Yeah.
before
Fuck
that,
Steve Nash.
he had been like, yeah, the honest truth is, like, yeah, I'm playing for the money, like the contract, to basically continue to feed. Like, I know, like, people were talking about how he got overpaid and how all this stuff, and he was saying, like, yeah, at this point, it is partially, the financial aspect. He's just talking about, like, business wise, like, I'm a
he's
adult,
giving
I
you
have
the
a
cold
family
hard
to
truth.
fucking but at the time I was younger too. I was fucking mad, and then he's gonna go fucking hurt himself grocery shopping, like old as shit. Like, we always get the leftovers.
Just
of people.
retire, bro.
No, fuck Steve Nash. He could have medically retired and secured all his money and will be off on our books. But he's like, nah, I want to keep on playing.
Yeah.
Then he retires and goes coaches Golden State. Man, fuck you. Can coach with us?
And now he's coaching Brooklyn.
You stole money from us, then you just go to Golden State?
And now
Like,
he's
come
coaching
on,
Brooklyn.
man.
Bro, okay, we'll
He's
get
a
off the
legend.
sports, but actually the next one's kind of sports. But one thing about him coaching, I do like seeing more player coaches, like Monty Williams out there. Like, one person was making, I think it was Matt Barnes or maybe it was Richard Jeffs, I don't remember. But they were just saying how, like, NBA and basketball is so weird how, like, every other job, if you've worked it for years, like, you have all that experience, right? If you worked in that field, all that experience goes on your resume. But when it comes to, like, NBA players, you could have played 20 years. When it comes to coaching afterward, they want you to start in the fucking mail room, in, like, the video room. Like, you're, like, the third coach back. You're, like, a player coach.
Like Eric Spoelstra, like, he was.
Well, he didn't play, though. But, like, these guys, like,
right.
that's why you see all these players, they got to go assistant. They got to jump that, as opposed to then you'll have a guy that's never played in the league, nonstop coaching positions. Versus, like, players, they should be probably, like, very high up on the list just alone of playing 20 years and knowing what the players go through. But I mean, and the majority
but does that eliminate the job for
doesn't
actual
eliminate
coaches?
it, but the point is, like, it's so hard for guys to get jobs in the league when it's like, bro, you have so much experience. This guy's been, someone might have coaching experience, but as far as, like, your play in the league, it goes a long way, especially, like, point guards like Chauncey Billups, Monty Williams,
Right.
Doc
And then
Rivers,
what about
Steve
sportscasters?
Kerr.
Steve
You know what I'm
Kerr.
saying? Because that's like the same thing. You could say that about anything, like, or at least when it comes to sports. Like, I feel like there's a lot of coaches that are really great, but never actually were good at the sport themselves, right? Like Coach K, for example. I don't think he was ever hooping like that, but he's an amazing coach. Yeah. So I think that kind of eliminates a whole position when you're just saying like, well, he played, you didn't. So I feel like he has more experience in that field, so he's better for it. So now you're kind of eliminating entire like X's and O's portion of it more so than just like I just played, you know, and they're also doing that with sportscasters too, where a lot of the players are just transitioning over. Whereas you have other people who are learning about communication, practicing these skills, and now they're kind of just being eliminated because the players are just taking all the other jobs too. So it's kind of like, where do you draw the line?
That's true too. Point. I think there needs to be a balance though. Like you can have both. There's people that have that, but a lot of those guys, like you'll see a guy go from being a college coach straight into the NBA. Yeah. Just straight off. I can't name it off the top of my head, but obviously we know what happens. Like you'll go straight from college right into the NBA, and they're like, well, they coached at this school. You just like if Coach K wanted to coach in the NBA, bro, we'd have a job instantly. But in the defense, he's fucking Coach K. Like he's the man. We know how great of a coach he is. Yeah. I feel like I think a lot of players feel like it's like they don't really care. I think their point is like the consideration for the fact of like this guy knows the game. This guy's like Chauncey Billups getting his hiring now. Like so many player coaches, they have to be assistants before. They have to be like Steve Nash. He was whatever. He was like the player coach or assistant or whatever over there. Luke Walton, similar thing. Chauncey Billups, similar thing. Like you have to spend years being an assistant coach. Tyronn Lue, bro, he was an assistant coach he was an assistant coach with Boston when they won. Like he's been, bro. You have to gain up. So it's like you have to restart your career and build up all this experience and then prove you can be a coach. Which I mean, I get in terms of like building up that experience, maybe a year of like getting that knowledge. But I just think that sometimes the consideration should be a little higher. Of like you shouldn't have an opening and you're not at least entertaining some of these guys that have been previous players. Right. I hope Gilbert Arenas gets a chance to coach at some point.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
I feel like the player coach thing, it depends on what type of coach you're looking for. Like if you need like a leadership type of coach, then I feel like the player coach is the perfect example for that. Like he's been in the locker room, he has the respect of the players and stuff like that. But if you need an X and O coach, sometimes the former player is not the best to do that. Like, yeah, you're really good at basketball, understand the game, but it's different when you're designing, scheming up things for everybody, having a system like
There's
that.
definitely pros and cons to the just straight coaching experience versus because some players also aren't great at like communicating certain things. Like they say Michael would have been a horrible coach. Yeah, just because he's gonna be too hard. He's gonna expect too much. He's gonna
Kobe said himself like he would
exactly
he would hate coaching. Yeah,
Kobe liked coaching kids and shit, like teaching the game, getting them to learn the game. He don't want to coach fucking grown ass men. You looking at him like you fucking bum. Like you look a little hungover. Like all right, cool. We gonna run. Like we gonna run all fuck. And he probably look at everyone as bums, bro. He probably would have hurt a lot of people's feelings being the coach.
Yeah, it's interesting.
His press conference would have been funny as hell though.
It would.
Yeah, he'd be like, what do you think they did out there? You didn't see?
Niggas missing shots.
Yeah, can't hit, can't close, lazy.
Don't even answer the question.
Just
he legit
mama mentality face.
He'd have the greatest post game interviews.
He would legit be like what Bill Belichick is like in the post game.
Yeah, but like funnier.
Like he'd be like, we'll address it next week. Like
like the motherfucker missed a shot. Like what do you want me to say?
Hey, I would love to see that though. I would, yeah.
Well, I'm not playing, so what do you think happened?
Kobe, does your team have the Mamba mentality?
Kobe's trying to sub it. Give me a jersey.
Soft motherfuckers. He be calling them soft at halftime every game.
He goes to ownership. Y'all need to sign me. Like these niggas.
To get in
and it looks like Kobe's checking himself in.
Every practice he runs with them, like he's not even watching. He just out there running. Like this is how I get them better. They gotta play with the dog.
Wait, like honestly, yeah, because it's like. What Kobe is like, he'd obviously implement it on his team. Yeah, man, like that team would like, cause some of them some athletes do not like hard work. They're just talented, gifted, like
especially getting all that money, like
getting all that.
Yeah, they stop caring as much. Like champion. Especially I think with all the pressure from the media too. Yeah, I could see certain guys just be like, man, let me just get my bag and lay low. Like I'm
chilling in Miami.
I'm not gonna.
Like nigga, I getting paid $25 million a year. You think I give a fuck what Stephen A. Smith has to say about me? Like I'm living my life, bro.
Hey, can we cancel him?
Stephen A.
He's been on my nerves the past few years.
Wait, why?
He just like he messy.
Like the past few weeks, just kind of haven't been like a good look for him. Yeah, I haven't seen none of the clips. I just seen the thumbnail or like the title, and I'm just like, Stephen A., you're at it again. But the last time we started about Stephen A., he was saying some crazy shit. Yeah. So I don't know. The last
he don't be watching the games, bro. He just be saying shit.
Yeah.
Like he can't. He works like 24/7. Like how he have time to watch these games, bro? Like
and the only I can't even blame him. It's because he's like a talking head. Like we cancel him as a talking head.
That's the issue with ESPN. Like we talked about how they hire like former players to be analysts. They gave up on like the actual like journalistic integrity, like be good, thoughtful and stuff. It's all about entertainment. So they get guys like Stephen A. Smith who are funny. They get former athletes who get eyeballs because I used to watch him play every Sunday. I'm gonna watch him on First Take or First Things First. It's like they went away from having real reporting and real like substance in their shows, and now it's all entertainment.
Hold that thing up in there. All right, so it's come to my attention during the break. I forgot to say what episode we're on. I think I'm a little rusty. It's been like feels like it's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Feels
Like
been in
it's
this
been 2
bitch.
months, man. Damn.
Podcast number 26, man.
20 motherfucking 6.
I know, 26 times we've been at it, man.
20.
And we never miss.
Sloppy.
And we're never sloppy.
What happened to episode? No, I'm playing.
20. Hey, no, last one was 25. Remember, it was Mikhail Bridges. 25. Who? What player wears number 26? That's a horrible number.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Spencer Dinwiddie's number 26.
How do you know that?
I'm
that's
like
weird.
90% sure.
That's weird. Well, if it is true, this is the Spencer Dinwiddie
I used to play a lot of 2K.
dedicated podcast, man.
All right, who wears 18? Okay, who wears 13?
James Harden.
Oh man, okay, 12.
12.
All right, Melvin. Thank you. He knows a lot of numbers. Y'all see Space Jam?
Andrew Bogut at the time.
Y'all see Space Jam?
Yeah,
No.
I
You
did.
weenies. You saw the whole thing?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
But I didn't see like the ending, but I saw like halfway through because like I was watching at night.
And you had some things to say about him, Melvin. So I need you to keep it a whole buck. How did you
Yeah.
feel about what you saw?
I thought it was I mean it's a kids movie first of all, so I mean from the aspect of like the fatherhood ratio and just it being like a Bugs Bunny and stuff, I get it. It was pretty great, but honestly I felt like it was very cringe. Like it just felt so forced. Like it was like first of all like the opening scene is like it's like his 2 sons playing basketball, and obviously one son isn't into it, and he's like, "Hey, Bronny, yeah, you gotta practice, man. Practice makes perfect." Like, you know those inspirational like.
His name was
quotes,
Dom.
like, or yeah, like is that what his name is? See, I don't even know.
Dom.
But it was just like weird, bro. It was like, all right, like I don't know. It's like I don't think LeBron's a good actor, man.
Right. Okay. See, that's a little more like. I was gonna say, Ryan, is this the energy he had when he came in the PS5 party?
That shit was
I
ass.
just thought it was funny when he said he was mad that his actual sons weren't in the
Yeah,
movie.
bro.
Yeah.
Dude, he came in.
Wait,
No,
that was so weird, bro.
this
no,
one-
no. Hear me out, bro. This dude had a whole family cast. Like, what the fuck? Like, your wife. Like, why isn't his wife
Thank you,
and his 2
Melvin. This
kids?
is the energy I was hearing before.
Yeah,
This
like
dude is-
it was
it's fucking
weird.
garbage,
it's
bro.
Cringe. It's cringe and weird, bro. But at the same time, I didn't take it as serious because once again, it's a kids movie. But if I was, really looking into it, that's how I feel.
All right,
Hey,
yeah,
you know that Tom Hanks doesn't cast his family in movies too, right?
Okay.
I mean, like just
Tom
because he has a
Hanks.
family doesn't mean he's
In fact,
cast
I don't know if I've ever
Nah,
seen
but
someone's
it's
whole
just
family
like-
cast in a movie.
But if you know LeBron, he's all about family.
I don't think
Like,
it would be
that's
That's
just
why the movie's about family.
Like, no, exactly. So it's like, all right, like we know who Bronny has like 5 million followers. His son Bryce is already verified.
First of
Like,
all-
his wife is like everybody knows his family. His family is very popular.
But do you think Bronny actually wanted to do it? He seems like too cool for school kind of
It-
kid.
I don't
it's
know, it
also
just was
acting,
like-
Melvin. He's supposed to
But
act
also
like
the
it's
story,
his
like
wife.
the story is set up like for family.
But imagine like the whole family just bad at acting, bro. That
Dude,
makes the
like,
movie even
it was
worse.
just weird. Like you saw his wife in the movie. Like
You can't
it looked
cast- they're not
exactly.
gonna-
Like, it was just like all right.
They're not gonna cast his whole family in the movie, bro.
I mean,
that would be
it
wild.
would have
And that would-
helped a little
I think it
bit.
would have fucked it up, bro. At
They
least
made
those
it
guys were
worse,
actors
bro.
and shit.
Yeah, they're all bad. Like
Did you
LeBron,
see it?
I don't know.
No,
man.
but like LeBron at least had acting
Just
experience
like-
before, right? Now I know his sons never did,
He
and his
has?
wife never. He did. He been in a couple movie spots.
Trainwreck.
Yeah,
See, Trainwreck was a cameo, so it worked.
yeah, but that's better than what they had. They're like 16, can't act at all. Like that's
Motherfucker's
gonna be
going to, like,
disastrous.
Looney Tunes with like Dom with the fake digital character and his.
He did better than Mike.
Who?
LeBron.
In acting?
Yes.
Yeah, which one y'all
I
think is
mean-
better, the original or this
I
one?
get, I
The
don't
original is
know.
better just for the nostalgia, and I like
Yeah.
the Looney Tunes characters better. I didn't see the second movie, so
That's
let
what-
me
I
stop lying,
think
but
it's- oh.
just from the
Oh, yeah, the
from
first
what I
one's
saw
better,
from
though,
the
for
clip.
sure.
But Mike's acting is actually terrible.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
awful.
okay.
But
It's
if you go
Mike,
back
so
and-
you can't criticize him. You know.
If you go back and watch it and really look at it, it's like, no, it's really bad. I'll
I'm gonna
say
do
LeBron's
that.
acting.
Yeah,
is a little
Melvin,
better.
honestly, I thought you were going to keep the same energy and just like full on shit on it, and I was just waiting for
No,
it, bro.
if
I
you
was
tell
just
me-
waiting. He's like, this fucking garbage, bro.
No. If you
Where
tell
are his
me,
sons?
No. If you tell me to really inspect the fucking film, like, yeah, that's my honest opinion. Like, bro, like, I was already into the movie, and I'm like, all right, bro, like, I'm not gonna watch this full fucking thing.
From what I
Like,
saw, it looked like a big mashup of like all the WB universes,
Yep.
and it was kind of like just throwing it at you on camera.
Bro,
and it's like it doesn't have anything to do with the plot.
Bro,
or you just
I thought it
throwing
was
shit at
dope.
this.
I literally thought the whole thing was
Really?
dope. I literally think people are tripping, bro. Like, first of
Wow.
all, I wish you kept that same energy from before. But see, this is what y'all do. Y'all be having these takes, and I'm like, I can't wait for the pod. You gonna say the same? Then they come on the pod. I mean, I know it's a kids movie end of the day, so I can't really.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Well,
it is
you know,
not.
yeah,
Is
alright.
it not though?
we just gonna let your takes run when you say it like off air?
If you told me to
And then
rate
I'm
it,
not gonna
okay,
say
ask
nothing
me-
back. I'm gonna be like, you right, bro. That's facts.
Ask me what to rate it. What like?
Okay,
if-
what would you rate it?
I would rate it a really good 3.
Damn.
Out of what? 4?
10.
Out of 10?
Damn.
See, that's the thing. Like, when people, because some people, like, they're really coming at the movie like, bro,
Yeah.
it's fucking garbage, man. The storyline's all over. I'm like, bro, it's a fucking kid. Like, you've never watched any kids movie and just been like, this is shit right here. This is bull. Like, if you saw your little niece reading a kid's book, you would not pick it up and be like, what the fuck is this plot?
Finding Nemo.
Who are these stupid
Toy
ass
Stories, Monsters Inc.,
bro?
All classics.
Shark Tales.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we don't.
everything's
all
not a
classics.
classic.
I
Cars.
think people just want to hate
Have you
on
seen
Bron.
Cars
Keep
too?
it going, Tori.
That shit sucked.
Okay, I said Cars.
He said
All right,
Cars.
what's
Wait,
the
what
with the
about-
cars, bro?
I'm just saying there's fire ass kids movies.
I know they are, but like,
Shark Boy and
I,
Lava
I
Girl.
don't think there's an excuse to say like, do we give more leniency to kids movies for
I
something?
think
or,
that
like,
that people that are hating on, like, bro, there's a, when you see Up, like, Up has like a whole story and shit
Fire-ass
like that.
kids movie.
But like, there's so many things, like, if it's entertaining and good for the kids, like, no one is, you kind of like, who shits on a kids movie like that?
Okay.
And bro, it seemed pretty good. Like, it was very exciting, bro. And also, people, no one has an appreciation for like what it takes to make these things. Like, just watching the movie, I'm like, how the fuck did they do all that? Like the CGI, everything they had, bro, that shit was crazy. And also, you got to keep in mind, Bron isn't actually talking to anybody. Like, there's not that green fucking character on screen and shit. Like, he's having to act by
No
himself.
excuses.
Yeah, alright. That's why. That's
No
so when you read a
excuse.
kid's book, you better fucking analyze it and be like, nah, niece, this plot is fucking garbage.
Kinda
Like,
has
it's
sucked.
we
stupid.
kinda do
no
though.
fucking.
I know it
plot.
has a good theme
wait,
at
wait,
the end
wait,
about
wait,
family.
wait. We definitely like analyze Dr. Seuss's like work. Like
don't.
Yeah, in like third
Disney.
grade.
What about Disney? Look at, I mean, shit. We shitted on Lion King when it came out, like the
did.
live version. Yeah, dude, that was bad.
the live
rated.
version.
But the live version was
And
bad.
like we analyzed Disney animation.
Yeah, only because
animated
there's an
movies.
original version that's just better. That's why we shitted on it.
Like, are we talking about Space Jam?
No, for the Lion King. Like, there's
Oh,
another
yeah.
version that's older
Yeah.
and better.
And
So we
the
should
same
have
exact
like,
the same exact thing with this movie.
but it's a different movie.
Bro, Space
The
Jam.
plot's different.
It's Space Jam. Like, it's a trademark. So I don't care. It's like
But-
saying Harry Potter. That's the third is a different story. So it's a different. No, it's not. It's still Harry Potter.
It's an installment of the Harry Potter series, but it's a different movie. Sometimes they
It's
have
a
different
different-
directors and
It's
stuff
like
too.
I don't know. I just felt
But-
like a lot of the things, if I'm really analyzing this, was a lot of the things were just cringe to me. I was just like, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I was like, person I was watching, they said the same thing. Like, like Bron, they thought Bron acting was a little cringe. Bro, I just thought it was dope too. Like, this is a huge ass movie. Bron's doing it, and like, bro, you know, I've always been the biggest like Bron critique, but I'll try to keep it real, bro. And like, I don't know, it's a pretty cool moment. Gotta be a huge moment. Like, you get your own movie. It's a big movie. Like, it came out good. It came out well, bro. The fucking views are obviously crazy on it. Like, the box office numbers they sold is
Number one movie
is
in the
pretty
weekend.
wild.
So what was cringe about it?
Just LeBron acting, honestly. Just like, that's why, I mean, but it's him talking to some fucking kid animals and like, bro, the acting is gonna be a little silly. Like, wait, what's gonna happen? Oh, so what's happening next? And like, it's gonna be cringe. There's like a villain. The villain has that villainous role and shit and saying shit to
It was
him.
Don
Like,
Cheadle, right?
Don Cheadle, exactly.
Yeah.
And like, he was great in it. It was a little cringe. It's just buzzing.
And then how were the cartoons? Like, were the Looney Tunes cool, or were they like just?
The supporting cast was like hardly in it. The Looney Tunes were cool, bro. I thought it was a good story. Like, it was obviously it's gonna be a little corny, bro. It's a kids movie, but overall, like the way they had it when they go into the game, they have the little halftime talk and stuff like that. Not to like spoil nothing, but I would recommend watching it, bro. It's not bad, and it's a big moment, dog. Very big moment. And I always just like LeBron, whether you love him or hate him, he's been on the right side of so many things. And I just like when like the biggest movie, like everyone's tuning in, is this fucking tatted up black guy just on screen. And he's fucking with these animals, fucking shoot like Warner Bros. Big ass production, bro. But then you got people just sitting at home. This fit was garbage, bro. This shit was all like, dude, this all like, bro. Even watching it, you're like, man, they did some shit, bro. Like even the anime, him going up there and dunking, and it was the most I ever believed in Braun. Like the most I've ever, bro, to be honest,
that's way more disrespectful than what I
to be
said.
honest, bro, you know
So
damn well.
disrespectful.
At the end of the game, bro,
That's
you're
so
a little nervous
disrespectful.
when he has the ball in his hands. Like you're just a little bit nervous. I know he hit some clutch game winners, but something about
my
something-
God.
Are you nervous when LeBron has the ball in his hands at the
bro.
end of the game?
Yes,
Extremely nervous? You too, Melvin?
bro. It's
No.
just something about him. He's hit so many clutch shots, done so many things, but for a lot of us, it's just we don't have the confidence when we're watching.
He,
it.
he
Like,
did miss a
we
field
don't-
goal in the movie.
There's, yeah, that's
Trash
true.
ass.
There's
Jordan never did.
Jordan dropped like 60
Jordan
points?
dropped like 23 for 23.
Bro, but in the movie, I really felt like Bron, the same way I used to feel about Kobe. Oh, Kobe's got this. He's got like just because you're just a superhero. Like
confidence, yeah.
I know he's gonna win in the end. I know we're gonna win in the end. And Kobe was one of the guys. He could go up there and airball it, and the whole time it's in the air, you like it's going. Oh man, but you don't have much to think about it. He just missed it. And like when he airballed the one against the Suns and Ron Artest got it. Kobe has more missed game winners too. Something about his character and just the way we viewed him as like a superhero. You just always had that supreme confidence. It's like as confident as he was, you were probably more confident. If no, it might not even be possible. But you just hella confident in him. I finally felt like that about Bron while I watched the movie. Like he is gonna pull this one out, get his team right, and he's gonna get that game winner. And he didn't even hit the game winner.
Oh, who hit?
I
won't spoil it. I won't spoil it.
Don't spoil
My
it.
bad. A little spoiler.
But for me,
I might be capping.
I like how you compared like this movie to like Lion King and Up, saying like they're good kids movies.
Yeah.
I feel like the Lion King and Up aren't kids movies, but more like family movies. I feel like Space Jam is just for the kids. Like
the first one.
Both of them.
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
they're just for your kids. Like it's
Yeah.
not like, oh,
But
the
this
whole
one is
family's
like-
gonna love this. It's like, no, my kids want to see Space Jam, and I'm gonna watch it because I watched the first one like 20 years ago. So fuck
But
it.
I think honestly the whole family can, like, because it is all about like family, like the theme and stuff. But I see what you're saying. Like it is. I mean, you're watching fucking cartoons running around and stuff. Like end of the day, but
Bugs Bunny and like
it was enjoyable, man. I just liked it, bro. Sometimes I just get happy for these guys. Like whether you
So
love
it
or
was
hate
entertaining.
LeBron.
You would say it was an entertaining movie, but of course it wasn't the best plot, drama.
Yeah, obviously not.
fucking
So what would you rate
Okay,
it?
the only-
Oscar-winning, you know.
Bro, I
Out
thought
of
it was
10.
a 10. Like
It
I
was
just
an
in terms of
entertaining movie.
not like I'm just wowed by it. In terms of what he set out to do,
okay,
bro. I
okay.
think that expectation wise, there was
Yes.
no way he was gonna win. Like there was just nothing you could do to win. And for what they did do, I'm like, man, they really put this thing together. And I thought it was dope. They had Klay Thompson was in it, Damian Lillard. Honestly, I can't remember. I didn't watch the new Space or the old Space Jam like prior to watching this. Like I've seen it, but not recently.
Yeah.
But it felt like the villains were hardly in it. Like in terms of they'd have to do their shit on the court, you know, do their stuff. But like they were definitely not a focal point at all. They were there. They were the opposition. But
In
most
this
of it
movie
was
or last movie?
in this movie. I don't remember what it is in comparison to the first one. But yeah, they really weren't in it that much. I feel like they probably had those fools for like a day. We're like, all right, bro, we'll get these shits in quick and y'all
Probably.
could go on your way.
I think that, from what I saw, they had like a lot of other topics going on in the movie, so I could see how they kind of downplayed the villains because they were focused more so on Don Cheadle, which was like the master guy behind it, right? Versus like the villains themselves, like the Monstars, and then you had the
Yeah,
family aspect
that's
of it, and they
kinda
were
fair.
playing 2K. I think he was.
And then your kid is like on the opposite team going against you.
Yeah, so it was more
So it's like-
dynamics than just
yeah.
the just the.
And I like
Monstars,
that,
yeah.
bro. I feel like they couldn't just do like the first Space Jam. They had the liberty. It's the first time we're seeing it. It didn't have to be that crazy. Like it could just be awesome, fun to watch. He trying to dunk in the driveway and shit. He in the game. He got to do whatever. Like it was cool. If they did the exact same thing with Bron, everyone would have been like, it's such garbage. But then they do it this way. They have a legitimate storyline that's relatable to what LeBron may deal with, or just relatable to his family, and they shit on it. Okay, the only thing I could say though is I kind of understood the people who talked about confusing part for kids. I could see it confusing kids because when he's going out to assemble his team, it was really cool to me how they did it. But even like I'm watching with Nash, she's like, what is this? Because they went all the way to the Matrix at one point. Dead ass.
What?
Bro, he went all over. That's what I'm saying. Like people are just consumers, so they just see the screen. You could put any on the screen and just, oh, cool. But they're not looking like, bro, this is a fucking Warner Brothers production, dog. They just tapped into the Matrix and did that. And like he was just going around. And I could see if I'm a kid, I definitely wouldn't have understood all that going on. But I feel like when you're kids watching shit, you don't understand a lot. Like you
Especially some
watch
cool
back
shit,
movies
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
understand them better when you're grown. But when you're a kid, you just like it.
Yeah.
It's a cool movie, entertaining. So
So you gave it a 10?
a 10 in terms of like I don't know what, like I think he just nailed it. Like in
It's
terms of what
like-
he had to do, he nailed it. I mean, his acting could be better, but it's Braun, bro. Like it's not supposed to be an Academy Award winning thing. I think he accomplished it.
You know what? Your description was so good. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
go ahead and raise it to a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
You fucking.
I agree with Travis though. It's like, what did you expect this movie to be? You know, like I didn't expect
Fucking
an
masterpiece,
Oscar-winning movie. I expected, oh shit, LeBron's remaking Space Jam. That's
Yeah.
gonna be like. Just it coming out was a cool part to me. Like that was cool.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the Space Jam 2 is really out with LeBron. Like it's the basketball player I grew up watching versus what the old heads grew up watching.
And it's a
Jordan.
huge deal,
Yeah,
bro.
a big
Like it's
deal.
a monumental movie.
And it was like a successful movie. It was like, okay, that's cool. Like I'm not expecting it to like change my life or to rewatch or like, oh, we should all link up
Yeah.
and watch it together. I'm just like,
And it's
cool.
And it's the same thing, bro. That's why I think maybe even especially since co-pass, I'm more and more sensitive to like the greats we see. So it's crazy when like you see bro skipping them. I know they just, bro, half the time I can't watch Undisputed as much anymore.
Yeah.
Because some topics
I
you
feel
can just
you.
see like they got nothing to talk about. Like, oh, we talking about Braun again. Great. Like, fam, LeGon James. Like, we get it, bro. He was out of the playoffs. Like, they use
just
him for
repetitive.
they use him for
Very-
content
yeah.
nonstop.
Yeah.
But they're shitting on the movie, like just hating on it. Like, bro, chill out, dog. Like, this guy is an all-time great. He just got a monumental movie. yeah, he had to be the one in the movie. Who did you want? Kawhi? Like, obviously, Bron is at this time, he is the one that should be casted in that movie.
Yeah.
He's been looked at as the GOAT of at least this generation for a long time. Not saying GOAT, but of the generation. You can't really argue that. So it's like, bro, he's the man that should be doing it. He's done so much. He's huge. Just be happy for him. This shit is dope.
I'm glad y'all like it because I honestly was shitting on the movie before it came out. I thought it was gonna be ass. I haven't seen it, so it still might be ass. But I'm here. I like the fact that you had.
Y'all just like to shit on Bron.
It's
That's
just
what
like-
Bron do.
Maybe for you, because like you make your own movies and stuff. Like
He has not made no fucking Warner Brothers Space Jam 2, dog.
I know, but I'm saying
That is
like
a
he's gonna look
production.
at it and like if I watch Space Jam, I'ma just take me for a ride. He's look at Space Jam like, oh, I would have done this way. Like, why I didn't make that choice?
You know how crazy you gotta be though. That's like if I see LeBron killing and I'm like, I would have done a little differently. I probably would have sidestepped.
Tory's
I probably-
kind of.
That's literally like me. I hope, and I'm like, yo,
What?
I think Steph should have put his elbow in a little bit more on that last jumper.
Well, no, okay.
'Cause that
For
would've-
example, if you wrote a book and you understood like book techniques and how to write a book or certain chapters and literary devices and shit, you as a writer can read somebody else's book and critique it and say, I probably wouldn't have made that decision to make that character do this, that, or them to have that moment, big moment in the book to happen in that location.
If it's
Yeah,
on that
You could
level,
do
I
stuff like
I
that.
can see that.
So that's
If
what
it's-
he's
if
saying.
it's on
Where
that
like
level.
looking at it with a different lens of like from a plot line, character arc, or something like that. That's probably how he's assuming.
Yeah,
If you're talking about that, I could see that because certain stuff is like we can't really critique like that. Like
Well, no, I mean, yeah.
certain stuff, but yeah, that type of thing. Like I think, maybe. If
And
the
I've
flow
never
was
made
different.
a Warner Brother production, but
Not yet.
I'm learning how they do it.
That's like,
So,
yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
better.
We learn from
Maybe
that
learning
shit.
how they
Don't be
do
better.
it.
I'm like, maybe I would have done it different, but
And
yeah,
I mean
stuff like that.
And I mean, LeBron's like honestly the perfect person if you're gonna take someone.
And he's
from
corny anyways, right?
Yeah, no, he's like very social. Like he's very active on social media. He's very up to date with like the trends, and he's like literally friends with like everybody.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like he's well known. So
And he
yeah.
fucked Beyonce.
He did. Wow.
You just be saying
Rumors.
shit.
Just say
Like,
shit. Do you have
Dale, why
verification?
don't you expand on
I
that,
see
bro?
the way she looks at him.
Oh,
That's all I need to know.
Oh man.
Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we'll see that develop.
I don't think Jordan fucked Beyonce. Shit.
Damn.
Damn, really?
Debate
LeBron
over.
is the GOAT.
Hey, you
Debate
got sick
over.
off some pizza.
Just
huh?
off of that, LeBron. is the GOAT.
Just
Got
off that.
sick off some pizza.
Good analysis, Dale. Good analysis.
Is she
man. That was good.
overrated? Is Beyonce overrated?
As a singer?
You want us to get canceled?
Looks.
Hey.
Looks.
As a singer?
No, not as a singer.
Oh.
Like
She's
now or her
solidified.
prime?
She's solidified.
Oh, okay, okay,
As a singer.
okay.
In her
who
prime
came
or
out-
now?
Didn't Master P just come out saying he don't think she that good of a singer?
Wow.
I think it might have been. I know. I don't want to say that. I don't want to just be saying reckless speculation, Dale. But
Dude.
one of them was coming out saying that they personally didn't think she was like as good of a singer.
Wow. Wow.
But yeah. So what, you think she's overrated?
I'm saying like looks wise. Is she
Currently
Well,
or
she
in
is-
her prime?
She is.
Okay,
like-
I'm so in her prime. I can't lie, bro. There's no.
Yeah, okay, I
in
was
her
gonna
prime,
say.
yeah, but,
How old is she now? Like 40?
Yeah, I can't even call it. That's a bad question. That's a bad
She's like
question.
a mom, right? Yeah, blue eyes.
She got like hella
Yeah.
kids. Like in her prime, she looks good for her age. So it's like, if you look good for your age, like I can't even critique that.
She's like royalty, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Her-
You know what it
yeah.
was? I think I liked her too much when I was younger, so I had to like flip it in my head. I had to switch it. I was like, she ain't that
You
bad.
start hating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started hating on her. I was like, she ain't that
Yeah.
bad. She cool, but it was because I really liked her.
You were
And
atta- you were
I knew I
attached
was,
to her?
yeah, I knew I wasn't ever
Oh,
gonna get her, and I
man.
was
Yeah,
like, I came to that
I don't
realization.
want her anyway. She ain't
Yeah.
that fine.
Google if
Foreign
Beyonce
kinda big.
dating anyone.
Yeah,
Is Beyonce
I think that's
single?
really what happened. That's why I asked.
Like her ass not even that fat.
Yeah,
You know.
Oh man.
Only 6 Jakes. I said just Jakes. 6 shakes per second. Not that
Yeah.
impressive.
I've seen 7. So.
Wow. We talking about Jay-Z, right?
Moving on.
Whoa. On that note, speaking of Jay-Z,
Yeah, where we at? Where we at?
Speaking of
boys. Tory Lanez got that new
Yeah.
fire freestyle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's get it in. What did he say? So, or the headline of it, bro. It was a pretty. Y'all saw the freestyle. It was pretty good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
He was going
yeah,
in.
it was really
That was some fire. It's
I wonder how
funny.
long it took him to write that.
We were talking. Shit, bro. That was a lot. That was a long ass time.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? The biggest headline is what he said about he had some bars addressing what's it called, Meg the Stallion. He also, so the biggest line, he said, shout out to the baby, Roddy Rich and Lil Baby. What I'm about to say is gonna sound a little crazy, but it's true, so don't flame me. Y'all all would have got your awards if they didn't frame me. Obviously alluding to the fact that after the shooting, the alleged shooting incident, Meg the Stallion went on to win a bunch of Grammys. And basically saying that those guys would have won it had he not gotten framed. Is basically his point.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
So I know the general specifics of what happened between Meg and Tory, but it does feel like there's so much, like there's two sides of it, and those sides are so deep into what happened between them. So I'm not sure. Like, so apparently, of course, they accusation of Tory shooting her in the leg after an argument and stuff. But is there anything beyond that really escalated the issue, like that happened after or?
No, just that.
I mean, the gunshot definitely escalated.
Yeah,
things.
besides that,
I think it was just that.
But it just feels like it's much more deeper the feud than you know.
Getting shot.
We don't really know,
know. It's pretty
exactly what happened before the incident.
Right.
We don't know what happened leading to that. They may have been beefing really hard.
Right.
Some say she was giving him the beats.
Yeah, like
Oh,
we don't
wow.
know, but like there definitely is
He's a little
some
guy.
harsh feelings on that site
Right.
before the gunshot.
So what'd y'all think of the freestyle and what'd y'all think of the line? I thought the freestyle was dope.
The freestyle was crazy. Like he was really going in nice punchlines. The flow was good. He kept on going. I was impressed the
That
fact
shit
he
was
was able
hard.
to keep his breath because that was a really long freestyle. But
Yeah.
I feel like there is some truth in that because Meg was really popular. She was all over the
Yeah.
charts and stuff like that. But her being shot at also put her into a new category as like
Strongest Woman Award.
basically like a feminist icon to the sense. Like
Exactly.
she's an abuse victim and she overcame it.
She capitalized on it.
Yeah,
Like
she
she did.
I'm not. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I feel like we about to say the same thing. Not that it didn't happen. It may have happened. But I think there's also, like, if you're just looking at it, like,
Yeah.
logically, like, objectively, like, she did capitalize. And, I mean, I guess I probably would, too, if I got shot.
Silver
But
lining.
it did, yeah, silver lining, right? If it did, in fact, happen. But, yeah, I think there's no doubt that it did boost your career, especially around that time. Like, all the awards and whatnot that were going on. Like, the Strongest Woman Award.
Yeah.
That was different.
That was an actual award.
Yeah, she's very strong because she got shot in the foot and didn't die.
I see.
Very
Like
impressive.
she actually got an award for that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's crazy because like
I didn't know that.
Roddy Ricch, Lil Baby, they're putting out amazing works that everybody loved, and like they didn't get no awards, bro, because Megan Thee Stallion did a
Rich's
clean
album was
sweep.
so good.
Bro,
too.
Meg is just a talented artist. She's one of the greatest of her generation.
Name 4
She's the
songs.
strongest.
Okay, I got you. I'll go on TikTok. Body yaddy, body yaddy, body yaddy. Then there's the hands on my knees, shaking ass.
What's
on my
the
thigh
name
shit.
of it?
Hands on my
Yeah.
knees,
What's the
shaking
name
ass.
of
on body, hands on my knees. Oh, thought shit.
Is that- is
Yeah,
that what it's called?
probably.
Yeah.
We don't even know.
And then, hey, it's microwave
The one
music,
with
bro. It's-
Beyonce.
It already out the microwave. One with Beyonce.
I'm a
no, that's
Savage.
Sav-
the
okay.
remake.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Classy, bougie, ratchet. Y'all heard that playing recently?
No.
No, but Beyonce bodied
She's
the
one of the
fuck
greatest
out
of
her.
our time, bro. Shut up. Like she doing the shit Kanye was doing.
Yeah.
Kanye won a Grammy. She got
I'm
some
not hating on
plaques.
Meg. She's doing her thing. She's getting her money, getting her notoriety. But I do think that smartly, she capitalized on the unfortunate situation that happened
Mhm.
to get some money. Because, like, a good manager or publicist can be like, oh, damn, this happened. How can we capitalize
Exactly,
on
and
this?
it's not just her. Obviously, it's her people, and I guess
Yeah.
he's airing that out, bro. I wonder when we're going to find out what the fuck happened. Like, what is going to happen with that case? I also think, in her defense, it's kind of unfair because I think people start to lean toward like maybe she's capping. Also because like she's come off a certain way.
Right.
But one of the things that they say is like, well, nothing's happened to him. But it's like, well, that's the court system for you. Like they've had hearings, but it wasn't supposed to pick up. Like they've been said from the start. Like yeah, this will probably happen. I think in like 2 years or something. So it's Oh, it's my train of... Wait, is that one now? Oh, my bad. Yeah, it was basically been already going to take this amount of time, but as time goes on, people are just like, what the fuck? Nothing's happened.
Yeah.
But we'll see. That would be some crazy shit if we actually got details and figured out what happened. I'm hurt Saqib isn't here to all out defend Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Express his love for him.
Exactly.
He would have
came
gotten
on
cooking.
that freestyle and said it how he fucking said
There's
it. I
no
defend
proof.
him. I respect it.
But I'm glad that Meg recovered from that because that is something that
She was dancing the next weekend, bro. She was good.
Yeah,
She
I'm
was
glad
good.
that it seems like mentally.
She didn't get shot, bro.
Mentally, she's.
You don't
in
think
a-
she got shot?
Bro, you don't get shot and go twerking the next fucking
I think the
week,
story is a little fishy. I don't know what happened, but I
And
don't,
Look, at this point, I really don't care about the story.
Yeah, me either.
Right? Because, Tory has done enough.
And your name is Tory.
We gonna talk about that later. All right,
You
get
ruined
off
your name
topic.
for you?
Hold on. I hate that shit. But no,
And your last name starts with an L.
Yeah,
Oh,
shit.
Hey, he's Tory Lanez. You're Tory Lame.
Oh, got it. Oh.
Oh
You
my
gotta add this
God.
Oh my God.
Fucking
I'm warmed up now. What are we in? 45-minute mark?
I think
I'm
so.
warmed up now. It's like the 50-minute mark. It took me
Yeah,
50 minutes to get loose.
But look, after that freestyle, I want to say 20 seconds in, I was like, oh, he's uncanceled. I was like, he whatever. First of all, I listened to the album, the I
Yeah,
Shot
is he
Meg album,
uncanceled?
like
I
the
like
day
that.
after he put it out, or not like the day of he put it
She
out.
was fire.
Yeah, and
This
it was
was
cool.
fire.
It was cool. And I was telling Beakus, I was like, this is amazing. It's not gonna last that long, but
Yeah.
he really did it. He made an I Shot a Meg album.
Yeah.
So, and it was hard.
I Shot a
I
Meg.
still haven't heard nothing from Meg song wise that I was like, all right,
Well, that's just because you didn't listen to the album.
Why would I listen to the album?
No, I know, I didn't either.
Exactly.
We
Who
didn't
listens to the
hear him,
album?
but she did
She's a
say
generational
shit
artist.
about him. She dissed him a lot on her album.
Oh, she did.
We don't hear her albums. We hear the
Well, the
TikTok
media didn't talk
jams.
about it, so I didn't hear about it.
Imagine,
so, fuck it.
Did
imagine
he
Tory
actually have
dropped
an
a
album?
diss track.
He had a whole album that was like half of it. No, I'm playing.
It's called Daystar.
I don't really. I'm not really up to date with like.
He said I didn't shoot her. First of all, actually, he never said I didn't shoot her. He said, "How could I have shot her?"
Uh-huh.
And
He
then
said-
the other half of the album, he was flirting with her.
Yeah, he said
Ah.
everything, but I didn't shoot her. He's
Yeah.
like, how could I shoot
Because
you
they
when
were,
you walking
they were
away?
romantically involved. Like,
He's
right?
like, legally,
Who
I
knows?
can't claim I didn't shoot her,
yeah.
but I'm gonna just dance around it for 12 tracks.
Well,
So
is-
for me, he already wasn't canceled then, right? Then fast forward, all right, he dropped. I don't know.
He was canceled then though.
He was canceled.
'Cause he got no
But he
streaming.
got blackballed. Then you had the news come out with him and the baby. I didn't really care. I'm like, I don't really give a fuck with none of this shit. But he's not canceled in my book yet. He didn't really do nothing
Do you think he uncanceled himself? To be honest,
with the freestyle. Definitely.
I think just in general, like the way he's been dropping stuff,
Yeah.
like, and now you see him in the cut with different people. You see him around motherfuckers again. He was on Aiden Ross shit. Not that that's like the template of like you're back with the culture, but
Right.
people be around him again. And I think him having that song with the baby, it kind of made other people like, fam,
Okay,
I'm
it's cool.
not the first to work with him. Yeah, like the baby already worked with him, so you got to be mad at him.
I think that freestyle just showed he has so much energy and so much confidence, and he looks so well in his craft right now. It's like the word, and he even addressed it on the on the freestyle. He had a bar about getting canceled or something like that. But
yeah.
it's like nah. Even with like I said, even the energy alone and the confidence alone, you can't get canceled.
Yeah.
It's like 'cause
Oh,
I'm not gonna stop doing
you-
this
you-
shit. You dumb motherfuckers. Like,
you
that's what he said
can't-
at the end of it. Too.
You can't get canceled if you're super talented,
Yeah.
and even if you're not that talented, over time the cancellation just ends.
Yeah.
And I feel like his time is ending because it happened like beginning of quarantine around that time or whatever. It's
Yeah.
been like over a year. Like artists slowly tapping in with them. He's making more public appearances. Like you know how people are. Like the headline got old.
Yeah.
Like we're tired of following the story. Like we want the whole thing to conclude in a few months, but that's not how the legal process works. But I don't know. I want to see like what really comes out that scandal because I just want to openly listen to Tory Lanez again.
Yeah. And do y'all know who Cassidy is?
Yeah,
yeah,
Cassidy,
yeah.
boy,
a
you
lot of
trashed
people were
me.
shitting on Tory's freestyle because they
They-
recently,
oh, yeah.
they recently made the connection that he was
Oh, it was,
stealing Cassidy's bars
the
and
flows
Cassidy's
and stuff?
flow was a lot.
Yeah.
Like he was influenced by a lot of Philly rappers. So that was like the one critique people were saying
And
about that freestyle.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's not the first time that's happened to Tory.
Oh.
He had a different freestyle some years ago, and I forgot who it was that came out like dog, like, and he played his bars for him too. It was something like the bar was something about like a masked up with a brink truck and blah blah, and like the flow was damn near the same and the bars are the same. So he's had that shit happen before, but the thing is, the freestyle was still fire. I think that's the thing. Like the world is still gonna talk about one, it was fire. Then they're like, oh, and he spoke on Meg Thee Stallion. But like no one really cared. Like you hear about the Cassidy stuff, and it's like, okay, well I was already like this the whole time I listened and shit. So I
And it
already
was a
got my
Cassidy beat, too.
enjoyment. Huh?
It was a Cassidy beat. But I
Oh.
think so that a lot of people made the connection of like maybe he's doing it to pay homage.
It was a Cassidy beat.
Yeah.
He probably was.
Fuck
'Cause
that, then that's
all his
homage,
Chicks
bro.
Tapes albums are about. He just redos good songs in the past. You know, honoring them.
But if you're on someone's beat and you use the same words and same flow, that's an homage for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Like
He's
that's-
not hiding it.
Yeah, I'm
Making
on
the
your
world know.
fucking beat
But it
too,
was other
stupid.
songs, that
Okay,
really-
so that
yeah,
makes
they're
sense.
kinda
All right,
making
then.
it
So
like
no wonder it's
steal
really
shit.
just not sticking.
Yeah, it was-
All right, I want y'all to hear this line Tory did on the Rick and Morty remix. Came out July 17th. He's staying active, bro. But I want you to hear y'all think about this line. He came right in with it. Oops. Oh, there we go. 211. All right.
You know my name, ho. Only thing I'm shooting at a bitch is game, ho. Yeah. Tory Lanez, ho.
What did he say?
White tee still a hit a
The
stain,
only thing I shot is the gang. How is
Only thing I'm shooting at is bitches gang, huh? What did he say?
bitches gang?
So he really just playing with it now, bro. He just gonna keep sliding little lines about it.
That's what he's known
You
for,
know my
honestly.
name,
Now.
ho. Only thing I'm shooting at a bitch is game, ho.
Oh, this is a
He only
censored
on the
version?
White tee still a
He
hit
was
a
shooting
stain,
that
ho.
game.
Only thing I'm shooting at a bitch's gang, ho. I'm like, bro, what did he say?
It's
But
almost
that's-
like that's
It's
like
not
a
like
part of
he
his act now.
shot at Meg. Niggas are not
Exactly,
like
bro.
Meg.
It's part of his act now. It's like, hey, I'm the one that loves me
Bro,
so
that's-
big. That's me.
He almost like twisting it around, bro. It's
But I like that
crazy.
though, because it's actually wicked.
With the hoes around, but I got some
Now
bad
we're like,
bitch, nigga,
oh,
that she
wow,
better
like
fuck
not
me
only is it
now,
fire,
I'm still a
but it's
bitch,
man, I
nigga.
like a little controversial, you know? Yeah.
Exactly. It's like he's literally used it to make himself just a controversial artist that people keep putting their eyes on.
Hey, one question though. How tall is Megan? Meg?
And she's like 5'9", 5'10",
And Tori's about what, like
5'3".
He's like 5'5".
He's listed 5'3". And you saw him when he hopped off the chair and was the same height. She's 5'10".
Dang, she is.
She's
Yeah.
big.
Meanwhile, Oh yeah,
How
Tory
tall
Lanez
is
the size
Tory?
of Cardi B. I'm telling you, Tory Lanez is he's 5'3".
There's no way.
All right, look,
No, wait, he's 5'3".
5'3"
Oh, I did not know that, bro. I thought he was like 5'6" at least.
He wanted.
Why
but,
he petite, bro?
But he's still. Don't call him petite dog.
Hey, we just talking about that word.
He said he petite. He is, bro. Nigga ever call me petite, bro? I'm
That's
hurt.
a problem.
That is the
Motherfucker.
weirdest thing ever, man.
That shit's
Oh,
wild.
my
he
God.
built like a bad bitch, bro.
Dude,
Shit's
wait,
crazy.
my girl is the same height as Tory
That's what I'm
Lanez.
saying, bro.
Like, that's crazy, bro. Wait, so do you think she holds him?
No. He always like gets the high ground, you know. He's like, there's always steps. He go up from the steps.
That's why he had to have the strap on him, bro. It's like Uzi.
Yeah.
Uzi, we were saying, he's typing. He's when you like that and you trying to press nigga, you got the strap on.
Uzi ain't no 5'3".
Uzi slap it.
Uzi is not much taller, bro.
I'm pretty sure he's around that height.
Stop.
Uzi, okay, this is the
He's
last
little
height
Uzi
lookup we
for a
gonna
reason,
do.
bro.
I thought he was like 5'5".
And then we gonna go on to the next topic, but let's just see.
Yeah.
Bet you be big enough. I just type in Uzi, it'll find him. 5'4".
1 inch taller.
Yeah.
1
Let's
inch
You
go,
taller.
looking at Tory like, what a little boy. My guy, what a little
When
guy.
you first hit 6 feet, I'm like, look at them 5'11" niggas, man.
Fucking Meg be carrying Tory. Like, bitch, pick me up. Let's go.
Hey, she's
Saddle up. Saddle up, stallion.
She's the
Saddle
one
up.
that fights him. Like someone, she's the one in the fights.
Bro, that's why he might have had to be strapped up. Okay, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
You might have literally been scared. If she was really putting
Scared
the
for his
beats on,
life.
That's what I'm saying.
we gotta see. He should have.
She could punch hard, bro.
She got
We
the
gotta see the
brother
mugshot
too.
after.
She from Texas, Houston,
Bro,
Texas.
she could punch hard. And she had brothers. And
She heavy-handed, bro. She
Yeah,
fought her brothers for
definitely.
fun growing up.
Are you
know she
serious?
did. I'm not surprised if she did.
Yo, she's scared. Like dead ass. Like if Meg Thee Stallion got mad at me, I'd be scared. Personally.
Scared.
Low-key, her hits will hurt.
Yeah, like she got.
You
the
can't
thun-
just brush it off like you're a girl.
got
Like,
the
it
thunder
will
thighs,
hurt.
boy. Like she just one kick and. Bop.
Battery death.
Oh damn it.
Battery
We're
death.
out.
Melvin, go change that. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, Ryan, who in the
you
box
got a
match?
charger?
You or
Okay.
Meg Thee Stallion?
Alright, where we at? Wait. What's next? EDP. Okay, we gotta watch this. Ryan, you can come around back if you want to watch this, my boy. EDP has returned. Y'all know who EDP is? Who gonna explain who EDP is?
He's a
445.
he's a Eagles fan who's funny on YouTube, but he's lately been some allegations of being a pedophile.
Yeah.
So the rundown, EDP
Allegedly.
stands for Eat That Pussy 445. I kind of found out about him late, but I guess he was really big when we were younger.
Is
Of
that
just
really what
being
it
a
stands for?
yeah.
Yeah, eat that pussy.
If being a, and which is ironic because of the charges, not charges, but what he got caught doing. Oh, Ryan, you can bring a chair around too, bro, if you get tired. Either one though. I know you got them dancers legs. But what was it? Oh yeah, so basically he got caught in some pedophilia type stuff.
Yeah.
He got the whole Chris Hansen treatment. He popped up somewhere and they baited him into seeing a girl, and he sat there looking stupid, trying to give a fist bump.
Stupid
And
fuck.
it's like we talked about. He just sat there. I don't get it. When people get caught on the pedophilia shit, why do you stand there on camera talking to these guys
Dummy.
the entire time? Literally because they're guilty and like they don't have the thought to be like, why don't I just leave? Like why don't I just dip? As soon as these motherfuckers catch me, I'm fucking
Bro,
running
they
the other
follow
way.
you, bro.
Bro, you can only follow me for
So
so long. I'm
much,
getting in
yeah.
my car and dipping.
No, niggas run like they got cops. Well, at least Chris Hansen did. He had cops waiting and stuff.
They didn't
like
have.
that.
They were just random guys. They're like, we can report this to the police though if you don't sit here and talk to us. Fam, you
No, you
already got
can't.
me on camera.
I know, but I'm already caught, nigga.
Yeah,
What the
fam,
fuck?
do
What
what
do
you
I have
wanna
to
do.
lose?
I'm dipping
You
out
want
of
to
here.
post this in like 2 days.
The only thing we'd have would be a funny video of him fucking running and jiggling away.
Yeah.
That's literally the
would've
only
been
thing that they would have had is that. Like, fam, let him get you like that. Don't let him get you, man, I know I got a problem. I'm trying to work on it, though.
Fuck that. I'm just
Fucking
walking in
jiggling
oh
away.
shit.
Yeah, jiggling and shit.
Wait, so like,
I'm out.
is there like no legal action being taken against them?
Bro, I don't know.
They
I
had to
really
throw out
don't know.
the evidence. They had to throw it out.
Oh, cause like,
Because it was like filmed, I guess, or
Or
what?
the way the process that they went by kind of like, you know, Batman.
Yeah.
He can't really be a real detective
can't.
because he's a vigilante.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like
that's
he's breaking
facts.
the law by doing the law. So it's like we can't really take your evidence as a factual or something.
like
we
Bama's
use.
like, here I have this.
In law
Well,
court.
I can't do anything with this
Yeah,
shit, my nigga. So
exactly.
beat his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep this on that so I know when to like.
That's
where
why
to
the
position
commissioner always
it
got the
when I'm
Batman
going
symbols.
back.
So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Beat this nigga's ass, bro. I'm tired.
All right. So let's watch this. So he recently made a comeback to YouTube and he's calling out his haters. Whoa.
What's up with it, all you punk ass, jealous motherfucking dick sucking? It's your boy, Eat That Pussy 445.
I like to start. He got the energy.
Came out
Come
with
out
some
strong.
charisma.
He got the.
You know, in school, when your teacher says your first paragraph is an attention getter,
Mhm.
you got my attention.
Who is he mad at?
himself.
People who hate pedophilia.
The haters, bro.
Like, why are you mad?
The haters.
So over the past 2.5, 3 fucking months, my nigga, I've been watching all you jealous ass piece of shit motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
They jealous of you.
Running your fucking mouth, sitting back claiming to have a fucking dick, nigga, and a pair of balls between your legs. When in reality, my nigga, you got a motherfucking slit, a gap.
I feel like he's talking to y'all. Alright, I'll just leave it.
In other words, a fucking pussy, my nigga, because that's what half you motherfucking bitch-made jealous motherfuckers are. You know what I mean? Talking shit, running my name through the motherfucking mud and shit. Man, let me tell you something, dog.
I'm a pedophile.
This ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with allegations.
Oh, it got nothing to do with allegations.
All this bullshit. This has everything to do with pure fucking jealousy, my nigga. You feel me?
That lip lick is crazy.
Had to sit back and keep working a crappy ass motherfucking shit, garbage ass fucking job, my nigga, that you fucking hated.
He is really good at cursing.
Yes, he is.
He can string them. Shit.
He was a sailor in his
While
past
my
life.
motherfucking ass was on fucking top. You know what I mean? Getting it the fuck in. Got motherfucking millions on top of millions of fucking fans and shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Walking around, yo, EDP, my nigga.
He has 971 subscribers.
What's his
He
new
just started
channel?
up a new channel.
Oh, okay.
81,000 views, 971 subscribers. The millions of fans are missing out.
I fuck with your content heavy, man. Is it cool if I get a picture? You know what I mean? Half you troll ass motherfuckers,
Zoom in on all
you know
the
what I mean, are out here and shit. You know, niggas don't know who the fuck you are because nobody fucks with your garbage ass piece of shit, boring ass fucking content.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Now I feel slighted. Is he talking about us?
Yeah.
People do care
Okay,
about
now
our
he's talking
content.
about
What
fuck
the
you, nigga.
Now it feels
Yeah.
personal.
You
Hold
know
the
who we
fuck
are?
up. Yeah. Maybe
We're
we
a
are a
really
little
good
jealous,
podcast.
but whatever, man.
Motherfuckers are too afraid to show their faces and shit. You got motherfuckers over here building their fucking channels and shit purely solely.
I'm
and
jealous of the
purely
bags
off
in his
fucking,
eyes,
you
man.
know, clickbait ass titles, EDP 445.
Well, this clip is gonna be
That motherfucker don't never need sunglasses.
My nigga, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, nigga, if you have to sit back and
black
put
from his
EDP
eyelids
445 in the fucking title of your video,
We will.
it just goes to show me and everybody else, man, how much of a fucking sad ass, garbage piece of shit, pathetic ass fucking
So what?
content creator
Facts.
you guys are. You know what I mean? Look at
What's that
look
sometimes?
at these motherfuckers out are
Bro, the
talking
windshield
shit.
wiper.
1,000 subs, 2,000 subs, 5,000
Strong
subs.
too. Bro, he's
Okay.
fat
Oh,
Long Beach
my
Griffey.
We have
Think that-
388 subs, you jackass. What are you talking about?
Oh, my bad.
He's fat Long Beach
You're
Griffey,
hot
is he not?
shit because you got 13,000 subs. You know what, man? Fuck this being humble shit. I've done nothing but be humble
About my
my
pedophilia.
entire 10, 11 goddamn years since I've been doing this fucking shit. Fuck this humble shit, my nigga. I can
Let
literally
loose.
whip my dick out
Whip it
and
out.
piss out 13.
Yo, you cannot be on the
13-year-old?
you cannot be on the pedophilia shit in your comeback videos. I will whip my dick out right now and get your little niece.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
my entire 10, 11 goddamn years since I've been doing this fucking shit. Fuck this humble shit, my nigga. I can literally whip my dick out
Whip it
and
out.
piss out 13,000 subscribers, my nigga.
Oh, he
While you
dissing
over
them.
here
Why he dissing them? 410 is not bad, bro. 410 is not a bad subscriber
Yeah, it's
amount, okay?
not. We got 3 something.
We're right there.
wrong
We're right there.
shit, making it seem like, nigga, you a badass, big, tough motherfucker. Yo, nigga, I got 13,000 subs. Who gives a fuck, nigga? Does anybody know who the fuck you are? No. Nobody gives a shit. Oh, my bad, I forgot, nigga, you don't show
This
your
shit
fucking
freeze?
face.
No, the
just
dude
showing- it's
just did a
just-
freeze
yeah.
frame in his dumb ass.
Nigga, you don't show your face up in the vids. You know what I mean? So even if you do have a huge following, nobody knows what the
Oh, so he
fuck
coming
you
straight
look
forward,
like.
dude.
You know what I mean? This shit's motherfucking pathetic, man. Half you motherfuckers, dog. Get some fucking pussy, man. Get some.
What?
He always tells people
Get
that.
some
He
dick.
always
I
be
know-
saying
I know
that shit. Y'all
some
need to
of
get
you
some
niggas are
pussy. Y'all
gay.
know pussy getting motherfucker. Bro, the funniest thing, the girl that he was doing stuff with, they had a like there was they you know how they start backtracking and look at all your old streams, and one of them he was literally on the phone with her. Like, oh yeah, that's my girl, whatever. But like, I forgot how they knew it was one of the girls he was dealing with. I think he might have said her name. Then he's like, yeah, that's just my girl. Y'all can't relate, you no pussy
yeah, I
getting
remember seeing
motherfuckers.
that.
And the
Yeah.
girl was like a kid. It was I think it was one of the 13-year-olds.
I
That's some
remember
wild
that.
shit. That's some wild shit.
I know some of you niggas are gay.
Yes.
You know, some of you niggas like to sit back and take fucking cock up.
what?
You know, I know some of you niggas are gay.
Some?
You know, some of
Melvin.
you niggas like to sit back and take fucking cock up your ass. I
Yeah.
mean, if that's what the fuck you like and that's what the fuck you get down to, hey, by all means, fuck it. suck that fucking dick. And while you're at it, my nigga, keep sucking mine, dude. You know what I mean? 'Cause real talk, I got a lot of fucking sperm backed up, nigga, in my fucking...
Bro, what?
Fuck it. Suck that fucking dick. And while you're at it, my nigga, keep sucking mine.
Last time.
You know what I mean? Because suck that fucking dick. And while you're at it, my nigga, keep sucking mine, dude. You know what I mean? Because real talk, I got a lot of fucking sperm backed up, nigga, in my fucking urethra, my nigga. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, after I get done recording this video, nigga, I'm gonna go jack off and shit, nigga. Imagine, you know, your guys' faces are on the fucking towel that I'm fucking nutting on, you know what I mean?
I feel
so,
not gonna lie.
jealousy.
He's really getting into it.
Jealous as fuck.
Bruh, you know, honestly.
You know what I mean? It's fucking pathetic, my nigga, because if you guys were some cool-ass real motherfuckers, if you guys weren't some hateful-ass fucking
Right.
you know what I mean? I could have been, you know, I was more than willing to help the next
He's talking to us, man.
You know what I mean? Hey, man, let me go ahead and put the link to his fucking channel.
Bro, do not
okay, we probably done. I think
recommend none of my shit. I'm not your homie.
EDP. All right.
So it sounds like he's mad.
Thank you.
Yeah, do
He's
not shout me
mad
out.
that he's being accused of pedophilia. He's mad that when you accuse him of pedophilia and then you put your face on it.
Dale, you obviously didn't get it. It's not about the allegations. It's about jealousy. Everybody in this room is jealous of EDP.
Like, you wish you got 10-year-old pussy. Like, no.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If it was a regular dude talking shit, it would just be like, oh, he's talking shit. That's hilarious. But every time he says something, it's like, oh, he's a pedophile. Like, it's in the back of your head. It's like, that doesn't work the same way.
and
You
it's
can't
funny
tell
'cause
people to suck your dick. Like,
I don't want to be you, bro.
Yeah,
like,
no.
don't whip out your dick.
And it's like
in front of who?
I've seen his old clips, and this is how he talks. It just hits a little different when the subject matter is like, you're a fucking proven pedophile. You've gotten caught, sat there on camera talking about how you want to get better and all this bullshit.
And now this.
And then this is, bro, that was crazy. There was a lot of hate speech in there too. And then you can't call someone hateful while calling them a hate-filled slur like that.
And he was getting into it.
And I felt kind of personally attacked too, though.
Of what part?
Yo,
The F word?
Everything.
they gotta put the ether beat over this shit, man. Low key will be hard.
That would be
Hard.
something.
Wait, can you repeat that?
The ether beat.
Oh,
From
okay.
Nas?
Yeah.
Fuck
In
Jay-Z.
the background.
Yeah, that should be
My
hot.
dick in your mouth.
Bro, that was
Fuck Jay-Z.
that got off the rails, bro. I feel like,
he really got into it, bro. He was like, all right.
dude, this is like a story that just covers itself. Like, the only news is like, just watch this shit. You hear what the fuck this dude is saying? Yo, EDP is
Eat that pussy.
Hey, wait, hold on, wait. Should we laugh at this?
Yeah.
Because if he wouldn't have gotten caught, there would be a 13-year-old right now getting nutted on by EDP.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna still laugh.
Wait.
But do you think that he can survive the cancel culture?
No.
Fuck no.
I don't think he's is big enough to really like technically be like canceled.
No, he was pretty big.
Is he?
Like his old
Like,
channel
I mean,
had a lot.
He has
Like,
millions of fans,
This
bro.
shit is hilarious though, man. Like,
Bro, does he have fans or people that watch him do dumb shit?
I think at this point,
Like,
bro,
what is a fan,
what's the
right?
difference?
I can't really take him serious.
Because, okay, a
Like,
fan is, okay, if he were to post online, like, hey, I'm going to the mall, meet up, and 5 people showed up, but he has millions of subscribers, he has no customer base. He has nobody that really cares or taps into what he does.
Yeah, probably
Because-
now that'll be the case.
But I'm saying, okay, even
Back in the day, I'm pretty sure more than 5 people would show up low key.
No, back in the day, he was.
I didn't hear
cracking,
about him until the pedophilia shit.
Once you get on the pedophile stuff, I think I mean, bro, he's completely. I think he's done, dog. I think he's done. Like, it was entertaining. Like, people are gonna watch. He's got 81,000 views on this.
Right.
Cool. I think actually one of his pages keep getting deleted though as he tries to come back.
Good.
Because YouTube not fucking with the pedophilia stuff. I feel like he didn't really get to anything. Like, it's like when Tory Lanez had the shooting stuff. Instead of like addressing like what the actual issue is or any of the allegations, it's like you just being like, "Oh, you motherfuckers, haters and losers and jealous." Fam, what about the pedophilia? Like, can we just all have a problem with pedophilia? Like, can we have an issue with that? But
yeah.
Are you an EDP fan still?
I only saw him I only recognize him because of like there would be like clips of his videos on TikTok where he'd be like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? What like that? Like that's how I recognize him really.
Yeah, EDP, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah,
No
top
one's
200
taking
porn
him
star list. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, how much do you think he weighs?
I don't know.
260, 280.
That's a
Depends
bit.
on his height.
Stop being jealous, bro. You jealous of
Yeah,
his
we
weight?
all just sound like some jealous
Damn,
haters.
fucking
So what
hater.
should the
Sorry.
what should the title for this video be? Like EDP is back again.
Oh, please don't.
Ooh.
We should definitely do a clickbait title just
Yeah.
to fuck with it.
EDP responds to the really good podcast.
Nah,
like,
that's
He was
too
dissing
clickbait.
us,
And
bro.
superimpose his face on the
He
thumbnail
is
and
dissing
shit.
us. He like, so I felt personally.
He called me out, nigga.
Like,
I
what-
saw him look at me.
Yeah, he was looking at me. I don't want to.
Bro,
say
but
this
so
now,
but he also said he was gonna beat his meat to us.
that's
He said I'm gonna jack off to you guys' faces later. So
what really.
you just said
Wow.
it,
He was
yeah.
on a jack off on the towel. Like, imagine your face on the towel. I'm just like,
I
don't
approve
want
of
you.
none of these jokes in the past 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
He
y'all
literally
said.
said that.
And
This
he
is a
told us-
pedophile.
And he told us to suck his dick. And
That's
he
what I'm
backed
saying.
up. I was just like,
Oh yeah, he said he had a backup of sperm. Yeah, that was a weird video, man. I can't lie. I don't think that did much to improve his.
I lost brain cells.
Like, where's these ideas like coming
he's
from?
he's a
bro? Like,
professional shit talker. That's
hey
what he
man,
is.
back in 2016, this shit was funny as fuck.
hey, he said motherfucker like at
Oh.
least
Hey,
40 times.
black people are good at saying motherfucker. If that's one thing motherfuckers is good at, it's saying motherfucker.
What a motherfuckers, man! This motherfucking video.
Samuel
This
Jackson,
motherfucking-
bro. He pioneered like the
Thanks.
capitalization of saying motherfucker on media.
Fuck you, EDP.
we can leave it at that. Fuck EDP, honestly.
Yeah.
Boom.
Eat that pussy is more like.
No more
Eat that
FaceTime on the
dick.
pod though.
Goat talk.
EDP.
Goat talk.
Fuck
Okay.
that dude.
Eat that dick.
Oh, you said goat talk. Oh, so we on the Keanu West. Someone just be saying his name's funny. Keanu West. Sounds kind of
It's
cool.
fucking it up, yeah.
Keanu's a cool name.
It is. Keanu Reeves.
Ooh, idea for a kid named Keanu.
No.
I know a producer named Keanu. He produced Way Back Down. That's why it came to me. Keanu.
Nice.
But yeah, Kanye West. Donda is amongst us, or almost amongst us. Apparently, it's like 2 weeks out though. But he just did a listening party at the.
Yeah.
Was that at the Hollywood Bowl?
Mercedes-Benz
Mercedes-Benz
Atlanta.
Arena.
ATL.
That's crazy. And he packed that shit out and was 2 hours late. And they say everyone was just sitting there like for 2 hours in a packed out stadium waiting for him. I really feel like
St. Pablo.
he's one of the rare.
Sounds me.
He's like one of the rare. Oh, that happened to you at St.
Yeah.
Pablo? That's funny, bro. Like the life of Pablo, but yeah, he's a rare breed that can do that. Cause other people, motherfuckers, is leaving. Like if you keep them waiting like that, they're gonna leave.
Coyle Ray did that shit. Nigga, you got 15
Okay,
minutes.
yeah, well, I don't know. bro, like the majority of artists can't do that. It's a tough thing to do, bro. He's really on a different level.
Should have talked about a freestyle.
But yeah, Donda, that was a XSL fire freestyle. But yeah, so Donda listening party, bro. I'm hearing good stuff about this. Is this
Yeah.
getting y'all more fired up about the album? Because like Tori was asking me, I said, "You excited about the album?" I'm like, I mean, I'm definitely gonna listen. I'm excited to listen, but I'm not going in with high expectations. Like I will very quickly be like, "Oh, okay, got it. It's this Kanye," and I'm turning it off. If it's fire, I'll just be thrilled.
I'm excited because the people I trust and listen to online, they're saying this is good.
Yeah.
They're saying like he actually like is not ass, it's not Jesus King, it's not underwhelming like yay, like it's actually a good album. But what they're saying is basically like a bunch of artists over Kanye production, and like he has a little verse and stuff in there too.
Oh,
But it's
fuck.
but I don't know, I'm fucking with it though.
If I tap in that shit, he has like the baby, Lil Baby, Polo G, like everyone on his shit, man.
I know he has Lil Baby on it. He has
course.
Travis Scott on it. He has Jay-Z
Travis
on
is on
it.
it. That's cool. So they've mended their relationship.
Yeah,
That's
he has
cool.
Jay-Z on it too.
Jay-Z, yeah, I heard Jay-Z and
Yeah.
him amended their relationship
I
too.
heard that Jay-Z wrote his verse like 2 hours before the. It was some.
I wouldn't be
before
surprised. This nigga Kanye is the guy who like turns his assignment like it's due 11:59 and it's
And it's still not
11:28
done.
and he's
And he's
still
still,
doing
like,
that
working on
shit,
it.
bro.
I'm
Imagine
excited.
Kanye
Yeah.
the type, he gonna turn in the assignment like imagine like it's like a Google Doc and then this nigga's still editing the assignment and shit,
Yeah,
changing
while-
it like
yeah, while trying to submit it, yeah.
Kanye never got the shit ready, man. You know how he is. But yeah, they said that the Jay-Z verse, what like you said, 2 hours. That makes sense
Yeah.
because I heard it didn't sound mixed, but it sounded fire. Like everyone
Yeah,
loved it. You
yeah.
could tell like the people that know music could tell like it wasn't like a clean mix on it, but they liked it. It was louder basically. Like the compression was different. But regardless, I'm just nerding out. But yeah, everyone's saying good stuff, bro. So I'm excited and it's cool because I don't want to get off topic and start talking Drake, but it is cool that both of them have albums coming and we've only heard good
That's
things.
right,
Everyone is
right.
saying good things about him. But so which album are y'all more excited for, Donda or Certified Lover Boy? On three, we all gonna say it, but give me a
Okay.
second to think. Ryan, you too.
Okay.
Donda or Certified Lover Boy?
Okay.
Is everyone ready? Because let me think. Okay.
That's actually.
I gotta
really
give
tough.
respect. I know I'm gonna
Yeah.
give respect. But y'all know Kanye is my goat.
Yeah.
It's my go-to.
Past the bullshit. It's like Kanye to me is like if like in year 18, like Kobe just like became a complete crazy motherfucker. Like he just started fucking supporting Trump and just doing shit where I'm like, what the fuck? And then he becomes super garbage. Like he can't dribble the ball right anymore, but he That's like
Still
what
cold.
Kanye looks like to me. Kanye was always like the goat of music, like
Yeah.
loved every fucking album. But then I just started seeing a bunch of bullshit. So my expectations have changed.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, sorry. Donda, Certified Lover Boy on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Certified Lover Boy. Wow.
Ryan, what were you gonna say? You didn't even do it. Which one were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Donda.
Donda?
Yeah.
Oh, you said Donda?
I just
Okay.
feel like
Melvin?
I said Certified Lover Boy.
What about you, Tori?
Yeah.
Certified Lover Boy.
So all four of us?
Yeah.
So
Damn.
here's my reason why. Because you have to give respect. Drake, I know a lot of times we shit on his album the first week.
Yeah.
We'd be like, it's weak, but then we keep hearing it played, and Drake is always like, it's growers. Like, it just grows on the culture, grows on the people, and you'll hear it all year long.
Absolutely.
Kanye has dropped some bullshit several times, and he's disappointed us.
Yeah.
So it's like, we don't necessarily know what we're going to get. So I got to pay respect to Drizzy in terms of like, fam, first of all, I'm only hearing good things about the album. But you can argue about the things you don't like in certain albums, but it's like he always gives you something new and some shit that like people got no choice but to play. Like, I don't know, part of that is the Drake effect, but it's like he always comes creatively with something different and it does super well. Kanye shit, even when it does well, even like the Jesus King shit, I'm like, bro, are these numbers accurate? Like, who the fuck is reading this? But I'm also
Right.
like, well, he did tap in with the Midwest like crazy.
Yeah.
Tapped in with all those Bible belt, basically the whole Bible belt he ran through and got all them on his side, got all the MAGA people on his side. So I'm looking at it like that. So out of respect, it's got to be Drizzy's album.
For me, at first I was like, Kanye's my goat as well. Like, and I'm hearing that he actually dropped a good album. I'll be excited. But after Jesus King, I just stopped having expectations for Kanye. And for me, Drake is still in his prime. So I like to see the continuation of his prime. Like, I'm not trying to see like, not the calm washed up, but this guy who's over the hill
Yeah.
try to make a comeback. I'd rather see the great in his current time still be great.
Yeah, and bro, from what people have said, he had a conversation with academics, and apparently he was saying like, I'm never like this about albums, but like I'm really excited about this one, and I play it nonstop.
Drake's
Wow.
a good?
He said that. Yeah, he said.
That
he
makes
said
me
like,
even more
I'm-
excited.
Yeah, and he was saying
Yeah.
I never get like this, and everyone around him is saying like, not around him, but people that have heard it, industry people that can go unnamed and all that, they're saying like, nah, it seemed like he came with it because when he and academics said the same person that told him that when they heard the Dark Lane demo tapes was like, yeah, this shit's pretty mid. I don't know, maybe I don't know if Drizzy's washed or he just putting out all his like little whatevers, like the old shit that didn't make the album, which is I think what it was. Because then you see him come back with the little 3-piece thing,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Scary Hours too, and I'm like,
That
this
was
nigga's
fire.
still in shape. He definitely still in shape. So
The one with the Rick Ross, that was amazing.
Lemon Pepper
what was it?
Freestyle?
Oh my god, that was such a great song.
exactly. That's Drake is funny because it's funny when people be like, "Oh, is Drake falling off? Is the Drake effect not there anymore?" But it's like, fam, like how does a guy? It's like in the offseason, we're like, "Yo, is Giannis falling off? He hasn't put up 50 in 2 weeks." Fam, the finals just happened. Like he hasn't had another season to play in.
Yeah.
Drake is like everything he puts out has been a slap. Everything he puts out is done well. But then when he's hasn't put shit out, they're like, "Is Drake falling off?"
Yeah.
Like I guess, like I don't know. Like what do you mean? It depends what you consider falling off. Like not putting something out, sure, but not musically. He hasn't fallen off.
Do you have any more thoughts on Donda? How do you guys feel about him always like releasing music late? Like he says, I'm gonna drop it
He's
here.
always-
He
always-
never does. He's,
He's always
always
done that,
like
though.
tinkering it. Like we dropped Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
He kept on fixing the album over and over
Oh,
and
yeah.
over and over and over again. How do
Yeah.
you feel about that? Or is it like
I mean, that's just him.
It's just
really.
Kanye
Yeah.
things, but I'm just never like excited when he tries to announce a date.
Yandi?
That
rest in
part,
peace.
yeah, that part is like that's the only part that does seem silly. Like when he's out there posting like albums coming this day, albums coming this day. It's just like, bro, I can't care like that. Like I think that's also part of the reason there's less excitement for Certified Lover Boy because it's like, sure, bro, whatever you tell us, I'm rolling with, but. You know, we know it. You know it. The album's not gonna be ready when you say it is. It's not gonna be out when you say it is.
Right.
And then you're gonna be like, I need 2 more weeks trying to get this thing perfect, bro. The
Like,
life of
you
Pablo.
give yourself the date. Why are you
Right,
Why are you
you're
bossing yourself in? We don't have to.
Exactly, bro. And the life of Pablo, fam, like all the adjustments he made, like I don't know if it was like
You didn't like the album?
I thought it was cool, but it was no.
It wasn't no dark twisted fantasy.
It was
or
no dark twisted
graduation,
fantasy,
late
college
registration.
dropout, late
Yeah.
registration. It was a good comeback from Yeezus, and
Yeah,
Yeezus, and
yeah.
then again, as an artist, I didn't have a problem too much with Yeezus. But if we're just talking sonically, you can't compare it to his previous albums.
Yeah, facts.
The Life of Pablo was cool. Can't compare it to his previous albums. Although we did have some joints on there I definitely liked.
But I mean, I do feel because based on like Kanye's physical appearance, and also it does feel because I saw a picture of him and he looked like he got in shape.
Hey, he dropped that.
Yeah, and
know
that
who?
indicates the mindset is in some place right. And usually when people are losing weight, and he looks like he's
Coulda
been
had
going to the gym.
I don't want to speculate, but the last time he was getting fat, he got liposuction.
that could be something. I mean,
So he might have
but-
doubled up. He might have doubled up.
The
Dr.
fact that-
Miami.
The fact that he cares about his appearance is also a good sign.
that's what I'm saying. He looks like the vintage, like the
Yeah.
all red leather jacket. Besides the face mask and stuff,
and we
like
haven't
his
seen him
fashion.
be crazy in the news lately. Other than his
Yeah.
divorce, that's really the biggest controversial thing
And
he's done.
I'm excited for it. But honestly, Certified Lover Boy just has me excited because of the vibes of just the ending of summer and then also going
Yeah.
into fall. Like Drake does a really good job of making music where you can literally listen to in any setting.
And
like,
I look at Drake like LeBron. Like I know we used to shit on him a lot before.
Consistently,
We
right.
hate on him for different corny stuff. Oh, that one's not recorded.
Yeah, it started.
Different corny stuff. And then we've hated on him for like, bro, what is this bar right here? What is like? It's got so many chains. They call me Channing Tatum. Who the fuck let that out? Like who in the camp wouldn't tell him like, nah, we need to change that bar, dog. Like I blame 40. He should have. You know damn well who's engineering the session. Like,
Yeah.
fam, let's change that real quick. Like I know you going, but let's just do something different. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah. I feel like it's like LeBron. You got to pay respect to someone like when you see consistent
Consistency,
success.
yeah.
Never bullshitted us. Never put out songs like Kanye where he literally didn't rap. Scoop da doop da doop da doop.
Oh, yeah.
That shit
Look,
look gas too.
Bro, Kanye be putting out some songs where like it's just here and gone. Like the nah.
Yeah.
Bring
Oh,
the
yeah.
drones in. Nah. Like what the fuck is
Terrible.
that? And
Such
we
a
just
fucking.
you're such a fucking
damn.
hoe, bro.
I
Drake,
ruined it. That
Drake
But that was
is-
a feature though. That's different.
Bro, that was a huge ass song. That is not that different. Imagine Drake doing that shit with Lil Pump. That would be a time I said, yeah, Drake played us. Like Drake has done some bullshit. He'll do the accent. He'll come out like a totally different nigga. But he's making art. He's making music. Like you could tell his focus is like, I'm jumping in this lane. I'm gonna do this fucking. He might do some fucking Puerto Rican song. Next thing we know, he's literally in Puerto Rico shooting the shit. Like,
Collab album with Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
bro, yeah,
Bad Bunny
fam is
single.
crazy. But at least he's always been on the art. He's always been putting
Right.
shit out and making the culture move. Kanye has bullshitted us. It's like he's like the GOAT that just be playing with us. Like he's not gonna give us what we want again. I don't
Yeah.
think it's gonna happen. I'm
And
not
I don't
crossing
like
my
the,
fingers for this album.
I don't like the news that he's not rapping on this one.
Huh?
Like he's
No, he's rapping, but it's like
snippets.
the features are like a huge part of the song from what I'm hearing.
I don't like that at all. Like that's not what
Yeah,
I
I don't
want.
want a bunch
Are
of
you
Like-
sure? Because like my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was kind of the same
And
way
see-
in some songs.
Yeah, you know, seeing I was thinking the same thing. But
know.
I feel like
I don't
back
know
then,
about
Kanye, like he was different. Like his features were like he's gonna pick the perfect person he thinks for the song. And like
Yeah.
Lil Wayne has said it like. And T-Pain has talked about it too. Lil Wayne has said, bro, Kanye the type of nigga, like, he'll really fuck around and write your whole verse. Like, he knows exactly what he wants you to do. Like, he's going to let you know. And and Big Sean has said, yeah, no, he'll make you rewrite your shit. Like, he'll keep making you rewrite your shit. T-Pain said making Good Life was, like, the worst fucking process. Not in a bad way. He was just saying, like, we worked our asses off, bro. Kanye is a crazy motherfucker. Like, he's like, you know the bridge you heard? The life I live when I thought that I was going to go crazy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, he was saying that part was originally the hook. We worked on that shit for so long. Then there came points where Kanye was like, hey, man, get in there and just scat. Which is just like make noise, whatever, lay a top line down, just keep different melodies, find them. And then and he was saying like the drums weren't even there the whole time we were recording it. This was different. It was like a completely different song. So Kanye is crazy. So back then when Dark Twisted Fantasy, when you see those features, everyone came correct. Fire features. But this is the same nigga that was making songs with Lil Pump. I know he wasn't on Lil Pump, like it gotta be like this. So I just feel like I might hear some songs where I'm like, yeah, Kanye just went for the bag. Like, let me get Lil Baby on here. Let me get Da Baby. Let me get Meg Thee Stallion on this bitch. Let me not get Tory Lanez because Meg is on here and I got my rock connections. Jay-Z's on here. What do y'all think about them mending their friendship?
Him and
Tori,
Drake?
should we wait for you?
It's good for hip hop, and it's good, I think, like just for two people who are used to be so close personally and business wise, just
Yeah.
to make amends. But I just can't help but to wonder, did his divorce of Kim Kardashian have anything to do with it?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's the first thing I was gonna say. I wonder if there's any correlation between that and A. We talk about oh no, we're talking about Sakib statistics, causation versus correlation. I wonder if there's a correlation between that. I don't know if it's the cause, like he started fucking with him again, but it is interesting the timing of right after, shortly after the divorce. You just see them linked up again. But I'm all here for it, bro. That is dope. I don't want to be like a pocket watcher kind of guy, but is it not kind of crazy that Kanye is like the richest man in rap? Like he has more money than Jay-Z.
I didn't believe
that is a
it.
crazy jump.
That's insane.
That is a crazy jump because you remember when he was working on Life of Pablo, we were talking about how he was in debt all this money.
Yeah.
Again, I was telling people y'all are very stupid because he's not saying he's in debt like I'm fucking broke. Like fam, they're building new houses. Like him and Kim have ran through so many houses. They would build a house, completely have it like modeled a certain way, then be like nah. Let's switch out. They'd sell it, get another one. Like over and over and over again. Like they were kind of going crazy. Like Kanye is never broke. He is difference between being in debt as far as business ventures and stuff like that, there's a reason of like liability and stuff like that. If a company can go bankrupt, you're still not bankrupt. How many times has 50 Cent gone bankrupt? He's rich as fuck. People don't know how like money, and I'm not saying I know a lot about money, but you can kind of infer like, bro, do you know about Yeezys? Like Kanye's not broke, fam. Like
doesn't he own like 100% of it or something, right? Of that brand?
I think it was like a huge portion.
I know he owns
in
like a
Adidas.
huge portion.
Like I think way more than Nike was willing to give
And
him.
that was the problem. Nike was like, come make your shoe
I can get
and not get royalties like
I can
that.
give you a little aside. So, bankruptcy, you can file an LLC, right? But the LLC actually acts as if it's its own entity or like its own person. So when you go bankrupt and you have an LLC and you have everything attached to that LLC, you're not really bankrupt. Your company's bankrupt.
Oh, okay.
So that's how like Trump can be bankrupt 8, 7, 9, you know, all these different times, but nobody come touch him because he's putting it through a business name. So they don't come arrest the business because you can't. It's intangible, but it acts as if it's its own person. So
and that's exactly it. And I've recently been like researching like LLCs and forming one shit like that. And that's one of the major things of like, now your money isn't directly tied to you. Things that happen, that's part of the liability aspect of it too. I think it also has to do with like employees and shit like that. But regardless, yeah, bro, he was never broke. But it is kind of crazy that he has more money than Jay-Z. Jay-Z got shit, just sold Tidal. He owns half a Duce. That's worth over a beat. He said
Rock
that in a
Nation.
song. Rock Nation, obviously. Like bro, that is just very impressive, man. Like that's one thing.
And he sold Tidal for like a really, really big chunk
Fam,
of it, right?
do you think that's why Jay-Z started fucking with Ye again? Put that respect on his. No, I'm just playing.
nah, y'all said it was because the divorce.
It's like,
And-
bro,
yeah.
nigga, respect me, like, man.
And we
Like,
all know-
sorry, big homie.
Yeah, he hitting up Ye like, hey man, let's get on some business plots together,
Yeah.
bro. Come on, big bro, I'm trying to get where you at.
I told y'all Kim Kardashian's a witch.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro. That's kind of odd to me how they exclusively only date black men, celebrity black men, entertainer black men.
Well, Courtney's
Well,
dating.
that's true with a lot of celebrities though. It's kind of hard to find just like someone who's kind of regular, or like.
I know, but the whole family who be doing that, and like,
And then when they start fucking with him, the dude starts fucking up in whatever
Yeah.
career he's doing.
Ooh,
and then
maybe
the second they leave, it's like they're okay. Like,
Look at
Yeah,
James
like-
Harden. James Harden had
James
an MVP
Harden-
season. He won the MVP right after he broke up with.
and the year
Chloe.
before he was runner up for MVP.
Yeah.
Devin Booker was looking good though. He only had one bad game, and you know what they say in that game 3 where he was ass. They say he had a hamstring injury, and he almost wasn't going to suit up. They just don't say. They don't talk about shit during the playoffs. They don't want no one knowing.
who was
that.
he messing with?
Kendall
Jenner.
Yeah,
yeah.
Ben
Yeah,
Simmons,
yeah.
he
Jenner.
never recovered from Kendall, bro. Like, there's reports that like that's actually getting to his head.
Is he good at basketball?
Ben Simmons?
Define good.
Like I'm saying, like he never
Y'all
recovered.
tripping.
It's like what is he recovering
I
from?
mean, he was a former All NBA, All
Yeah,
Star,
Ben
former
Simmons
All Star.
is
But
I'm
his
fucking with you.
his
Yeah.
head is, I don't know, man.
He's mentally
Weird.
weak.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
For now.
I mean, honestly, like he
camera.
doesn't shoot threes, and then all his coaches like, oh, Ben can shoot threes a little, but like he's not that great,
seen
but
him
he
make
can
threes,
shoot
though.
them. And it's like, oh, but he refused to shoot them because like he's not confident. Like, oh, so he's mentally weak then.
All right, so
Like,
maybe,
it's that
maybe it's a
simple.
Kardashian curse, bro. If Kanye drops the album, if he drops the album and it's fire, doesn't disappoint, I might tie back to the Kardashian curse. I might think there's some merit to that.
I got an agenda to push, man. My gut was only held back by Kim K and that fat ass.
I'm fucking dead.
That one threw me off.
Bro, yeah, I was, but it started making sense. I get what you mean.
I get you, though.
All right, well, Donna's coming out soon, man. I'll be thrilled if
How
it's
soon?
if it's fire, but I'm not. I think
Next month.
When?
yeah, bro.
3 months from
I
now?
mean, that doesn't mean anything. Yonde's supposed to come out 2019.
It's still coming, bro.
Yeah, that's right. He like had a tweet about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Hopefully forgot. That's what he's thinking.
That's crazy.
What if Drake dropped his shit the same day as Kanye?
I was literally thinking that. I was like,
you
which
think
one
Drake
would
is
you...
timing his shit? And what do you think he's trying to time it by? Do I want to be right before Ye, right after Ye, or on Ye,
What
or
if
just
it's-
wait?
What if it's like I'm the best now? Like I'm the like he's trying to do that competitive wise, or just kind of.
And he
the
will
hierarchy?
body Kanye.
You think so?
I'm gonna just say I will
I don't
guess
know, man.
he's gonna body
Nah,
Kanye
Drake's
numbers wise.
commercial wise, especially right now.
Kanye's-
Drake's a different level.
Listen, man, Kanye's Kanye, bro. Like,
No,
I,
Pod bet.
No, okay, wait.
Pod bet.
If they both drop on the same day, Drake's doing numbers.
Yeah,
Drake-
Drake.
yeah.
He's like
but
the
by how
commercial
much?
goat.
I agree with you guys. I think Drake does more, but by how much volume? Like, do you think it's gonna be an impactful volume or
a
is it gonna be close?
significant amount
I
of the
think-
points, like he
Wow.
lapped the field.
I think it'll be significant. I wouldn't say as far as I don't think he's gonna completely smoke him, but I feel like if they went head to head, Drake is for sure getting that.
Comment section.
What if Kanye? You know, fuck it. Let's get some speculation. Kanye
Yeah.
waiting on Drake. He trying to see what the waters is because he don't want to get bodied by Drake, and he know Drake is always gonna come for his head.
You know what? I don't even know if this is a good comparison. Like, can we really compare Drake and Kanye at this point in their careers?
yeah,
Well,
I don't
I
think
mean,
we can.
We're comparing the legacy.
But they have
factors,
history
like,
though, so I guess
yeah.
that's kind of way to tie it in.
I mean,
But I
you
mean,
can compare the albums.
that's like off the court. You know what I'm saying? Drama. But like comparing their releases, like Drake has just like he's been bodying shit for the past 10, 12 years. Kanye has been very inconsistent.
Yeah,
like even though they both have like very high stature in the rap game of who they are, it's kind of like comparing a fading Michael Jordan to the upcoming Kobe. Like, but I'm saying or LeBron if you want to keep the Drake and LeBron comparison. So it's like we don't know what we're gonna get from this nigga. We hope it's good. Yeah. We're just hearing speculation. He's still coming out doing has his antics and shit. We're just praying that this shit's good.
Yeah,
you know. So it's like, do I hold him to the same standard as a guy I know has been killing shit? Like,
that's a great point.
It's a slaughter. Like we know that. Like,
and that's why we're all more excited for Certified Lover Boy than Donda, because
Exactly.
we know he's gonna deliver. Besides Scorpion, he delivers every time he drops something.
Exactly.
But even Scorpion, bro, there were some joints on there. I wasn't a huge Scorpion guy.
No, there was definitely some.
But like,
like
we had a
4
lot.
songs on
I
a
just
double
flipped the
album.
switch.
Blue Tin and all that.
Bro, there was a lot though. Kiki, do you love?
That
like,
was
bro,
huge too. That was a
that
dance
shit
or
was,
something.
bro. That's the thing. Like, you'll see a whole project and be like, man, this shit is mid. And then next thing you know, when you look at it, you're like, yo, he does have 5 charted like big ass songs out there. Like, he's just it's Drake, bro.
He
It's
got
the
more
Drake
slaps
effect.
and he appeals to way more audience. Like,
yeah, commercial wise, he's
commercial
just different.
Dude, Drake is like LeBron to me, really. Same in the corniness at times, but then it's just of like LeBron. So many people, especially if you're a Michael or Kobe fan, there's so many things like characteristics that we saw that we didn't like, or we just didn't. We thought, oh, he don't have it. Like, he's not them. He doesn't have that killer to him. He doesn't have this. He's not the late game closer.
Yeah.
But at the same time, can you argue with the track record? And I feel like part of the problem is people don't respect like hooping. They don't respect like, bro, go back and watch some of those games. Like, not and like I said, I don't have confidence in the nigga when he has the balls a lot of times. But when you look at his track record, bro, if you were at the game, you'd be like, God damn, this man's unstoppable. 50-point games. He's had like 3 50-point games in the final series before. Like, the man's crazy, bro. Crazy. Like, so if you go back and watch the game film, what can you really say if you really love the game? Same thing with music. Drake is like, fuck, man. Like, he's had album, and none of them flop. Things you might not like, but the shit always grow. And he said that shit in one of his Scary Hours bars.
And Drake, every year, he has something coming out. Like, every year, it's always like that one song where it's like, it impacts the charts, you know? Like, he always has that one song every year that kind of sets the trend for really, like, the season. Like, you think about it, careers are made off Drake songs.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. Like, the Shiggy show, what's the name?
Hey, but he did sell a lot of copies for Drake, though. After he did that dance, he needed a check.
I mean, careers were made. Like, it's crazy. Like, that's the power of Drake. But at the end of the day, like, Drake, Kanye West, probably the 2 strongest name in that industry, really. It's going to be exciting to see. It's an exciting time.
I think Kanye's name is really falling off, man.
Who would you, so let's replace Kanye West then. Who's number
2?
Who's there with Drake?
Nobody.
So Drake's
hip hop wise,
Drake's.
I mean, it's technically
Lil Baby,
Meg.
No,
technically
Meg.
Commercial wise, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
What about Nicki Minaj?
Wait, but let's think about that.
She used to be, but like she hasn't really dropped anything in a minute.
Okay, and Nicki has had album classic, Print. These songs that are like Pink literal, Friday, like they're classics. What did you say?
No, I was saying the
Pink Friday.
album,
yeah. There's like album after album. She's delivered. She has a crazy rabid fan base. They're diehards, love her music. But if you really look at the numbers, we have to say one of the best artists of our generation right now is Meg Thee Stallion.
Really?
Commercial wise, yeah.
Is she really that?
But it's interesting how music is not the main focal point anymore. If it's catchy for the week, it's cool. But are we talking? Yeah, exactly. but are we talking classic projects? Because look at Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City. He didn't win a Grammy for that shit. Meg is winning Grammys. Meg is winning Grammy. Like, think about how shit is ran up. Like, what are we really looking at nowadays? It's like the MVP of the league is just like the nigga everyone likes, like fucking Zaza Pachulia. Everyone loves him. Oh, that's a diss. That's too far. I just compared to Zaza.
Who you compared?
Like Jokic?
Who's someone that people like? That's like flat. Jamal Murray. He was so dope in the bubble, and now we're like, yeah, Jamal Murray for sure MVP. Shooing like we getting award after award. Like
that's how Derrick Rose won.
Man, where's Dirty man?
Bro, how that one died again?
Who the fuck said
that?
That?
On 2 batteries. The other battery was on 2 batteries.
Oh, so that one's done.
Sorry. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's actually totally clear now. All right, I have a little soliloquy. I can't lie. I've been watching. Obviously, you know, I'm a Joe Budden. I'm a Joe Venger. So we talking Joe Budden, right? They're back on YouTube. The podcast is back. So, all right, during the time they were gone, I feel like I fell into consumerism. First, I'm thinking, like, wait, it's only clips being posted on the platform. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. I'm thinking, like, okay, got it. So the views were going down. Now his episodes are only on Patreon. At first, I'm thinking, like, whoa, that's kind of fucked up because I know what that decision looks like. He basically said, fuck that. If the numbers are low, we're not going to keep putting it on there. So we're leaving this platform. As a fan who's always watched from this platform, I'm like, I feel like he just said, fuck me. So I'm like not even making that much of an effort to like be kept up with anything. Because I'm like, fam, like if you don't want my viewers, like that's kind of messed up. Like you basically said, fuck them. They'll either come over or they won't. Leave the fan base. Then I end up going to Patreon. I watch the pod, and then I immediately feel stupid. I'm like, see, there I go. Like consumerism, you can be so me. They didn't care about me. Then I'm realizing he's talking about how he's not sponsored by anyone. Like they don't have any money coming in from Cash App. There's no other deals outside of the Patreon stuff, right? Because they've basically lost all backing. And he was talking about how there's so many jobs to feed and different stuff like that. Sorry, so many mouths to feed and so many jobs in place. So, and I'm realizing like, dang, it makes sense if I'm him. Maybe I'm more looking at it like, okay, let me put it to Patreon and hope that people will be worth paying what they find value in, because we need it right now. And I think we're kind of, we just expect everything for free. We expect all this content for free. Just put it up for us. And then it is something when we're seeing things happen in live action. We're seeing things, obviously the views are going down. That's revenue going down from the YouTube stuff. We're seeing companies not backing anymore. Stuff is going down. So then I realized, like, dang, as a fan, I think me being a better fan would have been like staying on Patreon and watching, which I do have them on Patreon. I pay a little monthly amount, which I think is right. As in terms of like, if you value something, I'm not past like spending my dollar on something I really do watch and study a lot in terms of how he moves.
How much is it? I
think it's like $5 a month.
Oh, so it's nothing.
It's not. There's different like packages you can get through Patreon of like the different stuff that they'll show. But yeah, I just felt kind of dumb because originally I'm like, wow, he just said like fuck the YouTube audience basically if it's dropping. And I'm thinking like he just didn't want the numbers to look bad. Then I'm realizing no, honestly it makes sense. Like I could see the other perspective of like putting your shit on Patreon now. You guys are now you're obviously generating much more income because I mean they said the Cash App deal was making them around the same as Cash App mixed with Patreon was the same as more than what the Spotify deal would have been making them. So that's a lot of money that they had coming in.
What happened to the Cash App deal?
They've all said it. Rory said it. Maul said it.
Okay, I don't know.
Joe said it. They've all said it. Like back when, so had they taken the Spotify deal, remember back when they took it off the table? The money that they would have had, they ended up generating back. What?
Just like, I don't know, man. Like, even though you're telling him, no, they've said it. He's like, yeah, I don't know.
Because I said some shit, and you just completely just demolished what I said. And I was like, all right, I'm going to just sit here. Am I?
I mean, what happened to the Cash App deal?
After the sexual harassment allegations against Joe, they basically backed out.
Yeah. Oh, they got dropped?
Yeah, exactly. Got dropped, and apparently that was doing a lot for him. Plus the Patreon deal, they said that they were at or past what they would have been making with that Spotify deal. So that would have been a lot of money coming in. Having all that dropped, and pretty much every episode he's been like, "And we're here, powered by no one. It's just us. It's just me." And he was talking about like it's a business. We're talking about this big business, but y'all know who the business is. Like you know whose pocket everything is coming out of. You know how many mouths that need to be fed here. So I didn't say jobs need to be fed. Like you. So he was making that point, and then I'm like, yeah, I feel like I was a little dumb. Just straight consumerism of like, wow, it's not on my platform anymore. But yeah, now he's back on YouTube. We'll see how I think obviously the views they've been low, and people are shitting because Rory and Maul's podcast is doing well. What do you think? What do you think about the longevity of Joe Budden? Like just with this new the new crew he has. Not that I don't know if they're that new now, but they're different.
Yeah, those allegations couldn't have come at a worse time.
Yeah,
it's not looking good for him, man. Like in terms of him ever reaching like the heights he was at before, I'm not confident he'll ever get there again when it comes to podcasting.
And also, it's always difficult kind of starting out. Like, it's kind of like starting over with like a new foundation and base over to Patreon. So I always feel like the starting phase is always, the most difficult process of the whole program itself. But also when you're, vice versa, when the cons or people who are against you now are having a little bit more success, it kind of stings a little bit more.
Yeah, like you're saying, like Rory and Maul were a huge part of that podcast.
Absolutely, yeah.
Even though it's still a Joe Budden podcast, like it's a different podcast now, bro. Like,
yeah.
This is more than getting rid of the dark skin at Viv. Like you changed a lot,
right?
So now he has to like. So a lot of people like Tori was like, yeah, I don't really watch as much as I used to anymore. And even me, I was watching it. I don't tap in as much as I used to anymore. And I was like defending the new pod. I was like, it was still pretty good. And after a while, I was like, no, I'm just not as motivated as I used to be.
And your views
combine that with the allegations, you took another hit. Like it's hard to come out of that hole because you went from here. Then you had to start from here. Then you got knocked down there. And while the contemporaries you dropped, they're doing their thing too. And like it's kind of like the whole thing is to the culture saying, oh, you should take more Rory and Maul's side, not Joe's side. So now you got more haters than you used to have. So there's a lot of going against him while he's starting from scratch. And like I hope he gets out the hole, but like I don't know, man. It's not looking good for him.
Yeah, bro. The whole pod is honestly just different. It's a different vibe, and he kind of acknowledges that recently, just saying like we're in a rebuilding mode. And he was saying like part of the reason like Mal and him and Rory would talk about the stuff they talk about and cover so much hip hop news is because they were all that was all of their realms. Like that was all part of their daily lives. He's like, this group, it's not really doing us any benefit to try to have Ish talking about the culture and talking about relative music and new shit that came out, when it's like, fam, you just make him look old. Like it's not his bag. It's not his topic of coverage. So it's it makes sense, and he really is in a rebuilding mode. I think he has to recapture a new fan base, so it could go up. But it is so like looking at the numbers, and I'm not trying to shit because obviously I'm still watching, and I was only butthurt for like a week. I'm like, he doesn't care about my viewership anymore, and I love him. But then if you figure it out a little bit. But okay, episode 418 with Mal and Rory, 440K. Episode 417, 469K. Shaking the Tree. This is when they got back, when they finally came back on the episode. 1 million views. This was without them with Kevin Samuels. He got 4 million. Kevin Samuels, obviously.
Yeah.
Now his last episode from 3 days ago is at 166,000 views. The one from earlier today, 9 hours, is at 30K views. Obviously, the numbers they've gone down significantly. Do you feel like everything he did kind of backfired?
I feel like not what he did backfired, but the whole situation was a ticking time bomb. Just the way like the dynamics between them and their personalities. Like they said, Joe always fucks things up. Jesus. Like he was going to eventually fuck things up, you know?
Yeah.
So I won't say he fumbled the bag. It was like it's only a matter of time before Joe fucks things up.
You a hater.
I mean, it's not just me. That's what everybody was saying. He told me like Charlamagne said it. Like other people were saying it was like Joe's gonna fuck this up eventually.
Well, these are also people that have gripes. If you're using Charlamagne and like Andrew shows, there are people that there's definitely personal gripes with them. I mean, it's like if I say he's gonna fuck it up, and then like eventually if anything happens, I can be like, I told him so. But if you look at the time when Charlamagne said that though, like they went on for a while after that and only got bigger since then. But yeah, it's like this wasn't a good showing of how he's been seen to kind of tear stuff down. The new Maury and Raw, their newest one 1 week ago, 428K. I think this is one of the biggest reasons everyone is like shitting on Joe, is just because their pod is doing so well.
Yeah.
And do you think that they took a huge chunk of the fan base?
I think it's like, not to keep on asking other questions, but I feel like a huge portion of the culture is like you have to pick a side, and it's the cool thing to pick Rory and Mal's side because Joe is like the overbearing control freak who's trying to take away their rights, take away their money. Like Joe's the bad guy. He's like the evil capitalist in this sense. Like be on the creator side, the proletariat, Rory and Mal, support them. So I feel like that's part of it. Also, I feel like their thing is completely new. So that had like a little novelty going to their podcast. Even though Joe's podcast kind of new, it's still the same setup, same type of podcast,
it's still
same channel, still Joe Budden.
Well, the pod is super different though.
Yeah, but like
the subject
super
matter
different podcast. It's actually a totally different podcast. Okay. I think that's part of the problem.
Yeah, because some people, your viewers are so used to certain things, the way you do things for so long, they've gotten accustomed to it. Yeah. To a point where if it's something a little bit different, although it's different, we view it as weird, right?
Yeah,
we view it as like, oh, that's kind of like.
It's not how I used to watch it.
But in reality, when you take a step back and look at it, sometimes difference can, a second look can be like, oh, okay, I kind of, that's interesting, but.
Yeah. But with the new one, like you said, like Ish and Ice is definitely like the old man barbershop talk.
Exactly.
So it's definitely a completely different vibe from the old podcast, and they're just laughing, joking, telling stories. Where,
and in the industry, you feel like you learning, like it's like academics in terms of the flagship. It felt very similar in terms of hip hop talk.
Exactly. And then when Joe came in with the knowledge of saying, hey, I've been in the industry, I've rapped in the industry. I'm giving y'all some game because y'all are talking as people who are tapped into it. Yeah. It was a completely different addition of value when Joe spoke to Mal and Rory.
And Mal be in the studio with all these rappers, like he knows all these rappers. He'd be in there. Same thing.
The
with
dynamic
Rory.
was just perfect, and that's why when we said it, like when it ended, it was just like they just fucked that part off. Yeah. But I feel like they'll both be all right. Like they just started out a new podcast. They'll be good. Joe is always going to find some crazy ass way to do something, and he really is putting his all into this podcast, and you can tell, like, just the way he's been podcasting recently with Ice and Ish, like the way he molds the conversation. It's a little bit more on the commandeering side, but I see it, and I really respect the hustle of like what he's trying to do.
Yeah,
so
bro,
he's gonna be good.
The thumbnail to the first one you put back on YouTube did piss me off though, because I saw Kanye on it, and see, this is me probably being a stupid consumer again. Yeah. I'm like, he fucking got Kanye on the episode. At least call or something. I know it's far fetched, but you also see the constant changes he's doing. Because before he never had a thumbnail like that. Like he would never have a thumbnail other than just the Joe Budden episode and just a picture of them. now he's putting pictures of people. Like the most recent one was Giannis on the thumbnail. And now I'm like, okay, it's just a different format. I'm thinking because I see the Kanye, I'm like, hold the fuck up. He got Ye back on there. And then, clicked in. I honestly, I didn't finish that one. I'm on the new one, though. I was watching the most recent episode, so I'm always going to be semi-tapped in. But, yeah, it's definitely not the same as what we had prior, bro.
And there's no reason to pick a side. Like, I still like tapping into both. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If I have the time and I'm, like, you know, at work or something, put it on for 10, 20 minutes, I'll tap in. If it's a new episode, and just listen to it for a second.
I think ultimately that's what's going to happen. I think people are just going to adapt to the new changes, and they're just going to find their niche about it that they like. Yeah. And, you know, you could support both. So I think both of them are honestly going to be fine. They're Rory and Mal, it looks like they're on a hot streak right now because every video is like almost 500K.
And they're on episode 5. I know it's not a big
have like
sample
7 videos,
size.
right? Yeah. They only have 7 videos.
So with 7 episodes, I think they have like more of the, you know, the little teasers and stuff. But it's a small sample size, but you can't just say it's the first episode numbers anymore. You know, now it's like continuous episodes, and it's interesting. So their basis is they don't really cover news. They more cover topics like what do you think about like dating type topics. So you don't think it's weird if the dude does that? You don't think it's weird about this? Or they cover those type of topics, and it's interesting kind of see like what the two of them, what's in their bag, like when they form a podcast together, what's their subject matter, what do they want to talk about. So it's interesting. It's different roles too, I think, you know.
So their personality shines out more in this podcast, you would say?
Yeah, they're just not talking as much like industry stuff. They're not. Yeah, they'll talk about albums that they liked and talk about music. It's just a different dynamic with the two of them. They also argue very differently. And one thing I do think, I can't say, I mean, I guess it's me as a viewer, is missing for me is I think we do like that guy that's turning up the debate. We like the Stephen A's. We like Skip. We like the people. We like Shannon. We like the people that are going to rile shit up.
Controversial take.
I also think when it's two of you, the dynamic is a little bit different. Even though it is two people on the sports shows, I can see the dynamic being different. You're a little bit more agreeable. You're a little bit more just you two. But I don't know. I still like we like seeing people get a little amped up here and there. But also, I do read the comments, and it's like, wow, it's really nice hearing these guys talk with no one interrupting them the entire time. So I'm like, that is true, and I'm glad Rory hasn't. Dude, Joe is hilarious because he the only type of nigga where like if you say something he don't like, he would be like,
yell at you.
Maul, shut up, shut up. Maul, then Maul be like, nigga, you shut up. And like that is just the funniest dialogue for someone to tell you to shut up, and you're like, nigga, you shut up.
Yeah, but then Joe just be playing, so that's why it was just perfect because they're both laid back, so he can kind of talk shit to both of them, you know. And
Maul was the perfect one for that because Maul gonna keep his cool because he's so laid back and chill.
But Joe, you got two of them both laid back. It's like, all right,
Uncle Joe,
you need a little fire. Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, shit, I'm always rooting for Joe. I'm always tapping with what he's doing. I hope his shit picks back up. I apologize to him if he sees this for feeling like not off the wagon, but I was just like,
I think he would appreciate you for telling the truth. I don't think he would be mad about anything you said.
And you have to know too, like,
and you're still committed to watching his videos too.
Yeah, but see, just in that moment where I'm like, he's off YouTube. All right, then fuck it. Like, if we go away for weeks, I'm looking at the numbers. Like, although our impressions got up, they're like 22, 23K a month, you know. But either way, when we're away, I'm looking like, fuck, man, we're missing out on people. So I'm thinking like, fuck it then. I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna go through the struggle to watch if you're not putting it on a platform I can view it on. Yeah. Even though I am on Patreon, it's not the same watching on Patreon. Okay, it's not the same at all, bro. Like, YouTube is it's much more cleaner. Patreon, like. It's not ideal for 2 hours of watching something because you can't just go back to where you're at either. Like it's a little bit more difficult. Patreon, I feel like, is ideal for shorter segments, but I'm cool. I'm not gonna stop paying my shit because if there ever is anything exclusive, I'm on it. And 5 to Joe. Help fund the business, man. I'm paying Ice and Ish. I'm paying Parks. I'm paying the salaries.
There you go.
Rizzy the Great. Paying the salaries. But yeah. Oh wow! Oops. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Rory and Maul. Even though the main topic was Joe is back on YouTube, I'll be back watching. Are you gonna be watching the episodes?
Perhaps.
One has been out for 9 hours. You gonna tap in?
Maybe.
It's not been bad so far. In fact,
I'll listen to it when I'm driving. You know, morning drives or you know, whenever you're driving.
It's a good drive and listen. I'm excited to see them develop too. Because I feel like they're only going to get better. Like, Joe is a creator. Yeah. Joe is always working on them getting better. And he does give it up at times, bro. That's one thing I do like about Joe is, like, you can be going through stuff and just try to keep sugarcoating it and trying to act like, I don't know, we're here. We're having, everything's going great. But he really does. He's one of the rare people that gives them an in-depth thing of, like, yeah, the viewers are going down on this, or we're having to do this. We're rebranding. We're going through a pickup thing. And he did go off on IG one day talking about how everyone has, like, gone crazy on his mental health. Like, this has happened. He lost his friends. podcast broke up, lost his deals, had a diss allegation, and everyone is shat on him, and no one has cared about his mental health whatsoever. And there's been like things launched against him, and yet he said he's doing better than ever. But it was cool for him to, at least if he really is doing better than ever, but also just like how he gives it up, man.
Yeah.
Joe's the man. He's me. He
There you go.
probably learned from me.
Yeah.
Probably watches it.
Now he's mad about the take.
Yeah, he
He
is
said
just like,
earlier he was like, he's gonna be
he's
mad if he sees
he's
this. I'm
like this-
apologizing, but
he's
now
gonna
he's mad at the
He's like
last
this
one.
bum ass nigga in the garage. And I was like, he's like, how many fucking records have you sold? Like, hey man, used to's at 22K, man.
Hey,
Fuck up.
hey.
You never sold 22K on a song called Used To
That's
Yeah.
right.
through Distro
Never.
Kid.
Never. Pump It Up ain't even that fucking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And you never released pump it up.
Nah, I do like Reggie Against the Machine though.
Yeah. Nah, Joe's a legend, man. He's a legend. I'm on my way to surpassing him. We said it. All right, man. We wrapping up, man. It's a hot day. Been a good day. We got our feet wet again. It's been a while since we potted.
Man.
Had to shake off the rust. Had to shake off the grease. Hope everyone enjoyed the episode. Like
We
and subscribe.
outside.
This is the time
Please
to say it
watch.
right at the end of the episode. I hope we're not washed. I hope we're back in the building. I hope we shook off the rust.
Did we fall off?
Did we fall off? Maybe during the time of not posting, people were like, yo, they fell off.
What the fuck happened? They were probably
It's like
just saying
Drake.
that
See, it's the Drake effect, man.
Yeah.
We had one of our greatest episodes, episode 25, I thought.
on the Drake.
It was great.
It was great. It was really great.
Yeah.
Really good.
It was fucking good.
But yeah. This was great.
Yeah.
And then hopefully next time Sakib's gonna be here, so it's only gonna go up.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. It would have been way better if Sakib was here.
Yeah.
No, I'm just-
Wow.
Yo, Sakib
y'all
right
hear
here,
that?
dog.
Alright.
Like,
Where's my contract?
Our replacement wasn't
yeah,
cutting it
yeah,
today.
yeah.
Sorry to the
I'm getting
fans.
unemployment now. I'm leaving.
All right, man. We out this motherfucker, man. It's been a blast, but blast gotta end and blast gotta take off. We in space now, by the way.